So, what to expect here on this lovely, wonderful channel? Well, you'll get some of these. Yep. Go clean your room. That's what your mom told me before she left. Hello, handsome. Ooh. A little bit of that. This is what I was trying to do with those spiders earlier, but no, you wouldn't let me.
Not the sneaking type, huh?
There we go. One dead bear. Ow. And you can't forget these jump scares. Oh, hi. Hi, buddy. I'll tilt my head the way you do. Ah! Jump scare! Oh, hi. Saber cat. Yeah, so, y'all remember that time with the, saber cat? Lydia, where are you? And why aren't you helping me with this saber cat? Let me... Yeah, I'll get the... Here I am. Typically when I stream, I am. Did you just... Okay. Can I get somebody to clip that so I can see what the hell happened to that saber cat? Oh, hey. Here's the first shot.
Thank you. Alright. I've got two. I've got two exocrafts. I got two exocrafts. One I cannot jump into. The other one I can. That Sean! What's up with that?
And now the more famous one.
Sean!
Oh yeah, Xbox days with the bad audio. Thanks guys for sticking around for me for that long.
Ever been to Markarth? Some say it was
No,
built by
this
the
is the first time.
dwarves. I don't believe a word of it.
Wait till you find out your mom was built by the dwarves. Oh, scandal. Yeah, we'll just do the hippity hop.
Hope you'll stick around and see what other kind of chaotic good we can get up to.
I walk the line where shadows bend, where rules are walls that I transcend. Justice calls, it burns inside, a spark of truth I cannot hide. Systems rise and systems fall, I hear the cry beneath it all. Freedom's breath, a rebel's creed, I break the chains for those in need. Be chaos, be fire, the change in the flood, the hand that shapes hope with a heart full of blood. When order denies what the powerless could, take care, be chaotic good. Laws of weapons in the tyrant's hand, but justice grows where we take a stand. A broken path is still a way when truth and love light up the day. No crown, no flag will hold me down. I'll wear no master's thorny crown. Each step I take, a rebel stride for every soul left cast aside. Be chaos, be fire, the change in the flood, the hand that shapes hope with a heart full of blood. When order denies what the powerless could, take care, be chaotic Justice grows where we take a stand. A broken path is still a way. When truth and love light up the day. No crown, no flag will hold me down. I wear no master's thorny crown. Each step I take, a rebel stride. For every soul left cast aside. Be chaos, be fire. The change in the flood. The hand that shapes hope with a heart full of blood. When order denies what the powerless could. Take care, be chaotic good. In whispers, they call me the renegade. But I'll be the storm where peace is made. Through every tear, through every fight, I'll carve a path to the morning light. So call me wild, call me free. A force of love untamed, untied. For every soul who dares to dream, I'll be the spark, the righteous gleam. My righteous blood.
Alrighty, chat. How are we today? I was not prepared for the end. Ah! Alright. Come on. There we go. Alright. How we doing? So. Oh, shoot. I didn't do my going live post. Hold on. I gotta do that real quick, too. Normally I do that, but I was grabbing me another quick drink, and wow, it's really quiet. There we go. There we go. Now we got some music going. Get that going. But yeah, so we're playing this game called Rosewater. Definitely looking forward to it. Honestly, I don't remember asking for the key, but Mooncat Games gave me one, so I will happily play it. So let me wait for my phone to be like, oh hey, we're needing to do stuff. All right, it's that. I love the what are we on? Beacons? Yeah, I think it's beacons. I can post to everywhere. Okay, take that back. I can post to 3 spots. The ones that I post to are from here are BlueSky, Twitter, just because, you know, I gotta bite the bullet on that one. But I hardly interact on that, so it's usually just me going live or having announcements on stream stuff. And then I also share through Instagram, and then through Instagram I can share to Threads and the Facebook page. By the way, I guess like facebook.com/USMO506, something like that, or USMO506 games, something. Type it in. Look for my my little logo. You'll get me there. So. I'll get some hashtags in here because some of the devs saw my post earlier today and gave it a like. So, other hashtag Twitch. Thank you. To streaming live now. Sure, that'll work. Oh. Tag. New game. Hashtag. Hold on. I can see my post from this morning. So glad I stuck myself in one of the little post threads you can do. There we go. All right. Hashtag. There, hold on. Here we go. We'll do it this way. How did I do it there? Is it one? Okay. Okay. Really excited, you know? And then I gotta add my descriptor. I'm not really sure what to do with alt texts. I just kind of vaguely describe it. It's live stream. Next. Share now. Alright. Post. Alright. Yeah. You know. Yeah, and I also didn't realize, I realized when I went to go install it and get everything set up that I forgot to put the key in. So, but I was able to do that real quick, you know. Thanks to, you know, phone being on Steam, or having Steam, and all that fun stuff. So,
Always remember.
Regular one.
You ain't first.
Who's that? Hi, Polarity. Okay. Alrighty, so get me a little drink here. I will get them or pause the or well, launch the game and then pause the music. Yeah, that's how you want to. That's how you want to do it, USM. All right, so launch the game. Why are you starting it up there? You're supposed to start there. You go. All right, it's loading in. I'll pause you. Drop you down. And here we go. And actually, let me get that set and that set. There we go. All right. Okay. Is it? Oh, it is not. Hold on. Let me double check that real quick. Yeah, because I don't think it is. That. Oh, okay. Okay. Alrighty. And some notifications. Game info store page. There we go. Alright. No, it's point and click. Okay. Alright. That's fine. I'm okay with that. So let's. Alright, let's go with how to play. Okay, so escape opens and closes menus and skips cutscenes. We're not going to skip the cutscenes. We like doing that. Thanks for getting your daily Java polarity. Hold on. That's going to annoy me. Having you there. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that'll be my exit screen. That'll be look at, multiple actions. I can talk to somebody, space pauses. Looks like 0. Go to diary. Cursor, top of screen for. Okay, I can also do it that way. Alright. Scroll the inventory. Show, and then that opens and deselects the item. Okay. All right. Well, let's get going. You got that right, Polarity. Yeah, and some of the voice actors are from different games as well. I know there was one from Red Dead 2. Here, let me pull up the email. Uh, all right. Where is it at? Oh wait, no, it was actually in the email. Yeah. So yeah, from yeah, Red Dead 2, Walking Dead, and Firewatch and the Call of the Sea are where some of the voice actors are from as well. So it's pretty neat. It is. Let me check that real quick. Gameplay. Thought I had it right. Maybe I didn't. All right. So do that. Can you hear stuff now, Polarity? No. Okay. Well, shoot. Capture. That's supposed to be doing its thing. All right. Let's volume on the highest setting. Okay. All right. Give me a sec here. That's active. Monitor off. Okay. Huh. All right. Excuse me. Are we able to hear the music? Because I went ahead and put Spotify back on real quick. You hear the music? That's music from Spotify. Okay. So let me jump in the game real quick. I gotta see what's going on here. There. Alright. Come on. I guess I could actually do it this way. Alt F4. There. Okay. Alright. Game is not on. So we'll go here real quick. while I'm working out the kinks. Alright. I might just have to do this as desktop audio. We'll see. If that's the case, then... Okay. Alright, we should be getting some sizzles here. Alright, did you hear the sizzles? No. Okay. Alright. Give me 1 sec then. Close that. Desktop audio. Alright. Do you hear the clicks? Birds and clicks. Okay. What I did was I just set it to capture the desktop audio. So, which that means I'm going to have to mute tunes. So that way that's not doubled up. All right. We'll put it at 7.2. 7.2 is fine. All right. Alrighty. Oh, whoops. I forgot to do one other thing. Birds and clicks. Good. Alright, there we go. Let's start this again, shall we, chat? Oh, before I forget, let's get us set up there. Alright, there we go. And you hear the train?
Boarded the 743 from Pierre Lorraine for Rosewater, Western Vespuccia. No baggage to speak of, in the literal or metaphorical sense. Just a little hope. And that doesn't take up much space.
This is true, Polarity.
This is very true.
Much has been said about the Western frontier.
Thank you, Polarity. Otherwise, nobody would have been able to hear.
The towns and the tough, hardened folk who make their way out there. Usually to get away from something worse. I suppose I'm about to become one of them myself. There's just one thing Rosewater's got that no place else has. An opportunity with my name on it.
Give me 1 sec here. I just thought of something. Let me mute the blurps because those will probably go through as well. In fact, let me. Yeah, I was thinking that too. So let's play this one. You're gonna hear me get that too, so. Is it? Oh, okay. That did not play. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. So I decided to go ahead. I thought by muting it and it would go through my how I'm picking them up too, but I guess not. So, all right. Back to the game.
The thoughts in my head are running together like the landscape outside the window. Excitement and trepidation and boredom mixing like the scrub and rocks and soil into one long blur. one thing I know. I am ready for a change of scene.
Okay.
Huh. Quiet.
Howdy, ma'am. Allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes on behalf of the town of Rosewater and its inhabitants. Folks call me Jem. And who do I have the honor of greeting?
Harley Legere.
Delighted to make your acquaintance. Might I assist you with your luggage? That is, if you've got any.
I don't.
Ah, right.
Just clothes on our
Well,
backs.
what brings you to our fair town, Mrs. Legere?
You know what? Yeah, we'll just do that.
Miss. And I'm here about a job.
Planning on sticking around, huh? Say, what line of work are you in?
If you must know, well, I write. There's an opening at the Rosewater Post.
Well, best of luck with that. The editor at that place ain't somebody you want to cross.
Then we ought to get along fine.
I'm sure you will. But as official town greeter, allow me to offer a small caution. Rosewater ain't always such a sleepy little town.
Okay.
Hey!
Say, I've just remembered another engagement.
That's how you welcome new arrivals? I have a mind to give you a thrashing. All right, enough of that. Look, I was no choir girl.
Which one should we do? I'm thinking, I'm gonna do this one.
But I at least had some brains. Word of advice, kid. Don't pick your mark in broad daylight, especially not at a lawman's doorstep.
I'm sorry.
Go on, beat it, or I really will give you something to cry about.
Next one's I'll read out to you, Polarity.
Now, where in the ether is that damn publisher's office?
Okay. Left click to walk. Double click to skip the walking. Okay. Ah. Huh. Must have been a fight. Okay. Our choices. Concerned, are you alright? Concerned for yourself, you almost landed on me. Or ignore him and just go into the office. Oh, it is the Old West in 1850. So... Alright, so ask if he's alright. Yeah, okay,
Holy
okay.
hell. You all right, mister?
Grown. Alright, let's get him the doctor.
Don't you move. I'll fetch the doctor to have a look at you.
Oh.
Oh, hello there. Don't think I've seen you around before.
I've just arrived today, but this isn't the time for formalities. There's an emergency.
How can I be of service?
Some poor fool's just fallen out a window.
At the Rosewater Post?
Yes. How did you...
Joni's in a mood again. Let's go.
Huh.
Here he is, poor bastard.
Oh, dear. Hello? Can you hear me? I'm Dr. Sedgwick. I'm here to help you. Can you move your legs? Spine seems intact. No obvious fractures of the arms or legs. That, I would say, is nothing short of a miracle. Right. He's in a bad way, but he'll live. I'll get him back to my clinic and patch him up. You are truly a good Samaritan, Mrs.
Leger. Miss. And it was nothing. If you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep.
Of course. God bless.
All right, in we go. I did not have to click anything else.
Hello, can I help you with something?
I'm here about the writing commission.
Ah, yes, you must be Miss Leger. I believe you and Joni exchanged some correspondence on the matter already, yes?
Yep, got the letter right here.
May I see it, please?
Inventory. Letter. Select.
Very good. Oh, one more thing. Joni's not one for formalities. First names will do.
Noted.
Go
Okay.
up those stairs and knock.
Thanks. What's your name?
Henry Dixon, ma'am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
All right. I think we've kind of reached our first save point. You don't get. I know. That's what I'm hoping too.
Come in.
Hello, Joan. I'm Harley Leger.
Ah, yes. Nice to finally put a face to the name. Please take a load off. Whiskey?
Bit early for me, but thanks all the same.
Sensible. I like that. I, however, have had a morning, so if you don't mind. Say, have we met before? Something about you seems familiar.
I don't believe so, no.
Well, let's get down to the meat and potatoes, shall we? If you're going to join our little family here, I'd like to know more about you.
Okay. So, give the life story, succinct biography, or avoid the question. Yep, gotta get that wee nip to take the edge off. Okay.
Me? Well, I was born and raised in New Britannia. Got out, made my way west, and started writing. I saw your ad while I was up in Pierre. Thought a change of scenery would do me good.
Well, admittedly, Rosewater isn't as cosmopolitan as it used to be, but maybe you'll find it to your liking.
There hasn't been a dull moment since I stepped off the train.
Speaking of, your writing sample had me in stitches. Haven't spent much time in Lamplight City myself, but your descriptions of the toffs in Lyon. Hilarious.
That piece was inspired by my last visit a few years ago, actually.
Oh? What brought that about?
Yeah, let's be truthful and straight to the point.
I had to go back and settle my late brother's affairs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't in connection with that awful business at the Lamplight City Expo.
Oh, no, it was before that.
The Expo disaster was a national tragedy, of course. But you know,
Of course.
can't help remembering it as the week our paper sold more copies than it has before or since. Isn't that terrible? But enough about that. Let's get back to why we're here. I loved your sample, and I like you as well, Harley. So I'm going to go ahead and offer you a commission. I'll pay you 45 crowns for it. After that, we can talk about more regular opportunities.
I'm thinking either fantastic or hot damn. Because we got fantastic, hot damn, or we'll all be. Okay. Yeah, we'll go.
Hot damn. So, what's my assignment? A scathing commentary on Rosewater's decline? Or maybe a hard-hitting expose on the plight of the marginalized criminal youth?
Oh, no, no. Nothing like that. I want you to interview Gentleman Jake Ackerman.
Who?
Pull the other one. You've been living under a rock. He's a true Western legend. The Achilles of our times. We've got a real opportunity here. Star like that landing in our little town. I'd like something in the vein of your sample. Acerbic and mordant. But maybe not quite so acerbic.
So, a puff piece.
Good, you're paying attention. I want you to make Rosewater look good too. Show me a real frontier hero in a real frontier town.
Where can I find this Jake fellow?
He's taking rooms at the Jack of Diamonds just down the road. And his show is opening today at the Opera House. So he should be around for an interview. I don't know how you're situated here, but you're welcome to use the typewriter in the office.
I only write longhand, but I'd certainly be grateful for a quiet place to work.
Longhand. How charming. Now, if you have any questions before you go, by all means, ask.
All right. Yeah, let's find out some more here.
So, who was the man that went out your window? Not another writer, I hope.
Oh, God, no. You're the only applicant we've had. Don't worry about him. Just a rabble-rouser with an axe to grind. Thought he could burst in here railing about my journalistic integrity. Most folks stick to writing letters to the editor. I tried to calm him down, but... well, it didn't go that way.
I see.
Okay.
The Rosewater Post reported on the Lamplight City Expo?
It was only the biggest story that year. I still got copies of the article saved. Here, read it for yourself.
Yeah, I agree. Polarity. Okay. Plan. Terrifying disaster, 15 lives. Okay. Their generator malfunctioned. Oh, okay. Huh, interesting. So yeah, with the disaster, the etheric pavilion at the Global Exposition, there was a generator there that malfunctioned and released a burst of energy into the audience and vaporized 14 of the attendees and one stage assistant. Eyewitnesses described the scene. Things started up with a great crackling noise, startling the ladies in attendance and raising several cries of excitement. In the next instance, there was a blinding flash of light that was just followed by screams and a horrible burning smell. From where I stood, I could see a bunch of folks gathered on one side of the apparatus were just gone. All that was left of them were their shoes, hats, and things in a pile of ash. And the worst thing was their shadows were still there on the wall behind them. Controversial figure in the scientific community, Dr. Clark has championed novel theories on the existence of aethericity, a supposedly inexhaustible source of energy located in the upper atmosphere. The Etheric Pavilion, an exhibit jointly sponsored by Kessling Industries, Harmony and Grove, and the Eastern Consolidated Coal, was intended to showcase the technology's potential before a global audience, although public enthusiasm may be somewhat dampened following the events of last weekend. Dr. Clark was taken in for questioning by authorities, but it remains to be seen whether he or any of his sponsors will be held legally responsible for the lives lost in the accident. Interesting. So, Prime Minister is saying they should ban the research. Okay. Then mine owner Silas Gilroy announced that he's closing his mine for Arum. Aurum. So yeah.
Can I keep this?
Frame it if you like.
All
Any
right.
insight you can give me about the town?
It's a far cry from what it used to be. In a way, it's nice not having to hear the noise from the saloon at all hours, but, oh, I don't know. Folk who moved on took some of the charm with them.
Okay.
What about the folks who stayed behind?
What about him?
I was hoping for more details.
Far as you're concerned, the only person in Rosewater worth knowing right now is Jake Ackerman. If you're so keen to know about the
Okay.
rest, go meet him for yourself.
Okay.
I'm curious, how did the Rosewater Post get its start?
Well, my dad was a union man. He worked the printing press for the Allied Fall Creek Miners Cooperative. Pamphlets, labour news, that sort of thing. Then the mine owners brought the Blackburns in to bust the whole operation up. My dad was laid up for months and could never work again after. But we still had to eat, didn't we? I took all the equipment from the old shop and started printing up an early version of the Post just to bring a little money in. At first, it was all just community notices and advertisements from local stores. Over time, I got the hang of the whole journalism thing and turned it into a real newspaper.
I don't want to seem ungrateful, but couldn't I write about something else? My style's more observational than, talking to people. I don't know that that's really my strong suit.
We're talking, aren't we? If you want to write for this paper, you're simply going to have to stretch yourself beyond what you might be accustomed to. Besides, it's not as if you have to say anything particularly brilliant. Just get your subject talking and take notes. Finish this assignment, and maybe the next one will be more to your liking.
I'd best be on my way.
Right, you are.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
What?
It's just come to me. I know why you look familiar. You're Spitfire Harley.
Goodness. It's been a long time since anyone called me that.
I saw you fighting back in 26 at Wellesley Hall in the Chum. You took out a brute twice your size with a right hook. Pow! It was like watching David bring down Goliath.
I appreciate the kind words, but that was another life.
Maybe so, but for a 14-year-old kid fresh off the boat, it was pretty damn inspirational.
Thanks, Joan. Appreciate it.
Of course. And please call me Joni.
Okay. Let's look at the picture.
You support Leroy?
I'm a proud Labourite, sure. I'll admit he hasn't been my favourite PM. But the way things were going with Atwood and the Traitus, this place would have been swallowed up by an automated newspaper conglomerate. Labour Party gets me vote any day of the week.
Fair enough.
Twice on Sundays, then?
The New Britannia Gazette. Keeping tabs on the competition?
Hardly. I kept that issue because they mentioned my paper.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice typewriter.
The first. Good old Sheldon Model 4.
Hey, that's Devil's Tooth. I passed it on the train right here.
Quite a sight, isn't it?
Fascinating device.
Isn't it just? To think, I can send messages from here to Bright Bay with the press of a lever.
What will they think of next?
Wait till you guys find out about the internet.
Is this the first edition of the Rosewater Post?
Yep, March 30th, 1845. One of the best days of my life.
Okay.
No time to waste gabbing, Leger. Get out there and write.
All right. Figured I'd exhaust all
See
options.
you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
Fair, polarity, fair.
Spitfire Harley, writing for my paper. Now don't that just beat all?
Mm-hmm. All right. Take a look over here real quick.
That cabinet's better organized than I'll ever be. Excuse me?
How can I be of assistance?
There we go.
What's to know about this town?
You picked a fine time to arrive, Miss Leger.
Why's that?
A few years back, you could hardly drive a wagon through the street. It was so full of folk coming and going. I'm sure you've noticed that's no longer the case.
So
Yeah.
where did everyone go?
Wherever the Orem actually is would be my guess. There's still some prospectors hanging on, convinced they'll find something everyone else missed. I'm sure they'll all come to their senses eventually.
If they all go, where will that leave you?
Why, getting by, I imagine. Peaceful, quiet life. The railroad still brings some traffic. Folks on their way further west or shipping goods back east. Although not as many as before the transcontinental airship line opened up. Easier to sail clear over the country than ride the rails halfway. Suits me fine, though.
Been working here long, Mr. Dixon?
Oh, about 5 years. I was the first one Joni hired on shortly after launching the paper. Was a farmhand before that. Keeping books is much nicer than tending cow pens, let me tell you.
Anything I should know about the townsfolk?
Can't really help you there. I'm just a simple family man, and we keep to ourselves.
Fair enough.
Exactly who was that gentleman just took a tumble out your second-story window?
I haven't a clue. Devil of a fella. Just busted in here and went straight for Joni's office. He wouldn't be put off, but insisted on speaking with the editor immediately. Said he intended to lodge a complaint. Suppose Joni didn't take too kindly to his manner of lodging.
Those are some mighty fine whiskers you've got.
Oh, why, thank you, Miss Leger. The missus tells me I ought to shave, but I'm fond of the look.
As you should be. I'll leave you to your work.
Appreciate it, ma'am.
Okay. Let's just take a look around. Have some fun.
Impressive piece of machinery.
Alright, anything? Ooh. We'll look at it.
Cozy.
Okay. So now we've got to go find Jake. I do believe. That's going to be my inventory. Journal. Alright. Huh. Boarded lock. No key for me. Turn the hook freely. Padlocks. Wiggle the key to start the fun. Then take the snake for a long, long run. Deadbolt. Tense the key and choose the snake. Look around, look around. As you give it a shake. Tumbler lock. The key stays still. The diamond shines. Turn up once, then down 3 times. So it's telling me how to pick locks, apparently. Alright. Just change scenery. Okay. Alright. Gallagher, Joni. Alright. Okay, show the Opera House. Gentleman Jake. Okay, an article showing him in the town in flattering light. Puff piece. Opera House. So this town is small enough that I could yell like it's not. Stand at the crossroads, yell Jake. Find him in earshot, no matter his address. They're not exactly the literary endeavors I envisioned. Okay. Well, let's make our way downtown.
Was your meeting satisfactory, ma'am?
Quite so. Did you find any of those butterscotch sweets I asked for?
Afraid not. Only taffy and some peppermints.
Pity. This place seems to lack even the smallest of pleasures. Shall we?
Okay. Well, let's take a look around.
Wonder if the whiskey here is any better than the rock gut back in Pierre. Horse pills? Is that pills for horses or pills made from horses? Or both?
Who knows?
Looks like it's been up for ages. I wonder if they ever caught the guy. Or maybe he retired from crime. Or died of old age.
Yeah, the world may never know. But let's go into the saloon.
These seem to be for decoration more than anything else. Food delivery for the lazy. Warning, watch the dang door. Signed,
Management.
Scenes from the wild country. A night campfire, a wild horse, and a bear in the mountains. Sure would be something to see all that up close and personal.
Yeah.
Except maybe the bear. The local populace getting sloshed. I bet that piano hasn't been tuned since the De Leon administration. She's making the best of it, though. The local populace getting sloshed.
Then anything.
The local populace getting sloshed. Someone's hunting trophy.
Okay. Anything. Alright.
Excuse me, kid. I need to get upstairs.
I'm really sorry, miss, but Mr. Ackerman's not taking any more meetings right now.
Oh. Let's
I'm
say.
here on behalf of the Rosewater Post.
Did you make an appointment?
No, I just got the assignment.
Okay. Look, Mr. Ackerman's upstairs getting ready for his show. It starts in less than an hour. Why don't you come by and watch? You can come meet him afterwards.
I just need to interview him for a newspaper article.
Well, now, that's perfect. If you're going to write about him, you should definitely see the show. Trust me, he's a real dazzler.
Suppose it beats waiting around here.
Alright. So. Okay. Okay. So it's gonna be at the Opera House. So we gotta make our way to the Opera House then. The Undertaker. What's this way? Don't think we need to see the Undertaker. At least not yet, anyways. Okay.
Never heard of this one. Betrayal, murder, revenge. Classic stuff. Never works out that way in real life. Dr. Bennett Clark, Master of Ethericity.
Ethericity,
All right,
okay.
the Ethericity fellow. I didn't know he was working out here.
Hmm.
For 20 coppers, it had better be one hell of a show. You again?
Oh, hey, Harmony, was it?
Harley. What on earth are you doing here?
Oh, you're not still sore about earlier.
Nah, but your little friend might think twice about hoodwinking strangers again.
Look, nothing personal. My brother and me are just doing our best to get by.
Hang on. Your brother? I ought to knock you into a cocked hat.
Hey, you gotta look out for number one.
You picked the wrong mark, but I can let that go. Hell, with a little effort, you two could be halfway decent grifters. But if there's one thing turns my stomach, it's disloyalty. That's your flesh and blood. If you don't have your own brothers back, who else on this wretched earth is going to give a flip if you're alive or dead?
You
This
made
is true.
your point. Now, can we drop it already? I'm trying to do an actual legitimate job here.
Thank you, Clarity. I have dinner brought to me of pizza and cherry coke that I don't need because I still got. But thank you. Appreciate it. Alright.
Legitimate job? So you're not selling snake oil or stock tips or fire insurance?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm selling tickets to Gentleman Jake's legendary Wild West show. Only 20 coppers.
Okay, I'll
Wait here. I'll be back.
be
I look
back.
forward to it.
Alright, so here, can I go either way? No. Alright.
For 20 coppers,
Oh,
it better
yeah.
be
I already,
one hell of
I
a
already saw
show.
that. Okay.
Business seems slow today. Probably a good thing.
Yeah. Okay, I can't observe them. Okay. Let's see what else we can spot on our way through town.
The local sawbones. This is where all the sharp knives and strong drugs will be kept.
Let's look at that real quick.
Soft drink crates. A sugary, fizzy way to beat the heat. Nothing inside but a colony of ants.
Oh, darn.
Shame. I could go for a sarsaparilla.
Okay. I could probably get that, figure out that lock eventually.
So they do have the law here. In theory, at least.
Yeah.
End of the line. Until they connect it up from the coast, anyway.
Okay. I can go talk to the sheriff. I think I'll just go this way. Alright. Let's see. Probably coming up on that soon. Yeah, alright. So let's go. Let's go ahead and buy the ticket to the show.
Hey, kid.
Yeah?
Wait here.
Yep.
I'll be back.
I look
I
forward to it.
clicked the wrong thing.
Hey, kid.
Yeah?
I'll take one of those tickets.
Swell! And when would you like to come see the show?
Whenever it starts?
Oh, you mean today? Oh, well, I'm afraid I gotta disappoint you there. Sold the last of today's tickets not 10 minutes before you walked up.
Sure.
Seriously, this ain't exactly the Coliseum. It only fits so many, and folks around here are real excited to see Gentleman Jake in person.
All right,
Eh?
look. I don't need to see some yahoo firing off his pea shooter. I just want to talk to this Jake fellow.
And I'm sure Gentleman Jake would be happy to meet you if you had a ticket to get in. Course, I might be able to sneak you in quiet-like, but I'd be putting my job on the line. And I can't afford to lose it now. After all, I have my little brother to look after.
Just tell me what you want.
Only a small favor.
Spit it out.
Just help me retrieve something. A small item of great personal value. It's only my pa's pocket watch. Family heirloom, you see.
What happened to it?
It was stolen is what? By that one-eyed scalawag Lola Johnson. Probably stashed it away in the old smithy. She's been squatting in there for weeks now.
Okay. Okay.
You said you and your brother needed money. How about 2 crowns?
Well, now, that's mighty kind of you. But this don't change the deal.
Why, you little bastard.
You want in, you gotta do me that favor.
It was worth a shot.
Where'd your brother get to? Keeping out of trouble?
Matter of fact, he's trying to make good after that screw-up earlier. Decided he's gonna try and get Pa's watch back all by himself. He's real tore up over losing it.
If he's doing it, then what do you need me for?
Why, it's clear he ain't cut out for the job. I tried talking sense into him, but he's dead set on it. Wants to prove himself. But he'll be in real hot water if he gets caught, which he probably will. That's why I'm asking you to do it before he goes and does something stupid. I can tell you could pull it off. No problem.
If this Lola stole from you, why not report it to the sheriff?
Oh, come on. I thought you was sharp. That lazy tyrant would cuff my brother and me soon as look at us. It's just the two of us. Me and him against the world. We got no one else to turn to. So, will you help us out?
Alright. We'll make this decision after the break. So I will be right back, chat.
Alrighty, chap. I am back. So let me pause that. We'll start that back up about an hour at the very beginning. So, alright. You know what? Let's be selfish. Just
you
forgetting
and
anything.
your brother can go hang for all I care. But I want in this theater, so I'll do it.
Swell. You know where to find me.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Thanks, Polarity. All right. So now we got to figure out what kind of lock we're going to be dealing with.
Hey, listen!
Oh, thanks, Polarity. Thank you. I appreciate it. I decided to do it, but just for getting in, not for, covering for Homeboy's brother type of deal. All right. Let's look at it.
Looks sturdy, but there's some rot creeping around the handles. This padlock's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Not without encouragement. Too bad I didn't bring my lockpicks. Or a hammer.
Let's see if I can break
If I
it.
use my bare hands, the only thing I'll get is a broken wrist.
Okay.
But if I use something heavy...
All right, let's start searching for stuff.
Nothing inside but a colony of ants. Shame. I could go for a sarsaparilla. I hope that isn't the town water supply.
Okay. Let's see what we can find around here. Checking the... All right.
Howdy, stranger. Fresh off the train?
Yes, sir.
Come on in then. Let's have a chat.
Okay.
I'm Sheriff Gamble.
Harley Legere.
Pleasure. Just passing through, or...
I'm here about a job.
Well now, that's refreshing. Few come to Rosewater these days with the intent of staying long. How are you finding our town?
You know what? Well, the welcoming committee leaves a lot to be desired.
Can't say much for the welcoming committee.
Beg pardon?
I wasn't in your town but 2 minutes when I was accosted by a pair of gutter snipes. They should thank their lucky stars I was in a good mood.
I keep telling Jim to stop with that town greeter malarkey, but that boy's got a head harder than granite. I've been too soft. I ought to throw him in lockup until he gets his head on straight.
Trust me, that'll only make things worse. Besides, I don't think they've yet written a statute outlawing vexatiousness.
You've a forgiving nature, Miss Legere.
Yeah.
Anyhow, welcome to Rosewater. If you run into any more trouble, come and see me.
Okay.
Looks like a pretty rough sort. Not a bad view. I wouldn't have figured the sheriff for a naturalist.
Let's ask about it.
Fancy yourself a lepidopterist?
hardly. Picked that display up from a passing rag and bone man. But I like when the sun shines on their wings just so. Real thing of beauty.
Okay.
A lawman with a license? Guess Rosewater isn't so uncivilized after all. Does this license mean you went to sheriff's school?
No, it means I was officially elected to the position by the people
Callie!
of this town. The paper's really just a formality.
How are we doing? I know my ducky's dangerous. Give me 1 sec here, chat. Let me get a shout out going, a proper one for our good friend Callie Phoenix. Unless it's gonna be nope. Okay.
Jump scare.
And oh, hey Banana, how's it going? All right, hang on, I want to do it this way. Shout out. Oh, okay. All right, my folks, if you're not following Callie, fill in that heart. She is an awesome streamer and a good heckin' bean. Hey, Sophie, how's it going? Sorry, was working on some pizza. But yeah, greatly appreciate that raid, Callie. I'm playing this game called Rosewater. It's a point-and-click Western type. Kind of a sequel to, what was that, Lamp City thing? So, yeah, it's like something with Lamp City. But I'm finding it enjoyable so far. So, how is the rest of your stream? Lamplight City. Thank you, Polarity. So, well, I just so happen to have some water right here. Thank you, Colin. So, and I do appreciate that follow as well. Apparently, it's not showing me when I get follows on the screen, but you see those little duders floating up. That means I got to follow. Doing good, killing bugs and building up the factory. Nice, nice. I might have to look into getting that one because it kind of seems up my alley. So, but yeah, if you got to go raid and run, disassociate from the wall, do whatever you got to do post stream, I'll take care of the rest of our friends here as well. So I'm gonna go get something. Yep, not a problem. So, also, I don't have a hug command. I need to get that set up. So, maybe Friday you can help me out with that because I'm gonna play hooky from work. So, but yeah, actually I do have a raid video, so I'll be right back.
So what to expect here on this lovely, wonderful channel? Well, you'll get some of these.
Yep. Go clean your room. Go Toronto before she left. Hello, handsome. Ooh.
A little bit of that.
This is what I was trying to do with those spiders earlier. No, you wouldn't let me.
Not the sneaking type.
There we go. One dead bear. Ow.
And you can't forget these jump scares.
Oh, hi. Hi, Betty. I'll tilt my head the way you do. Ah! Jump scare! Oh, hi. Saber cat.
Yeah, so, y'all remember that time with the saber cat?
Lydia, where are you? And why aren't you helping me with this saber cat? Let me... Yeah, I'll get that minor healing. Yeah, today I am.
Typically, when I stream, I am. Did you just? Okay. Can I get somebody to clip that so I can see what the hell happened to that saber cat? Oh, hey. Here's the first shot.
Oh, thank you. Alright. I've got two. I've got two exocrafts. I got two exocrafts. One I cannot jump into. The other one I can. That Sean! What's up with that?
And now the more famous one.
Sean!
Oh yeah, Xbox days with the bad audio. Thanks guys for sticking around for me for that long.
Ever been to Markarth? Some say it was
No,
built by
this
the
is the first time.
dwarves. I don't believe a word of it.
Wait till you find out your mom was built by the dwarves. Oh, scandal. Yeah, we'll just do the hippity hop.
Hope you'll stick around and see what other kind of chaotic good we can get up to.
Alright, and that's kind of also my opening video as well. So, let me get that set back up. Get that turned back on. Alright, there we go.
Reminder, confiscated items to be placed in the box below.
Okay.
A plain leather bag. Wonder what's inside. What's in the bag?
Oh, that's a set of lockpicks I confiscated from a would-be burglar.
Interesting.
I can't just swipe these from right under
This
his
is
nose.
true. This is worth a
Hey,
shot.
Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
Yeah.
How long have you been the sheriff here anyway?
Oh, yep. No worries, Sophie.
Like most
You
everyone else, I came
get
to
some good
Rosewater
sleeps
in 48.
because I know it's
We thought the hills
getting
were
pretty
full
close
of
to
aurum.
being
So
around after
I
midnight.
stayed,
So
and it turned out they weren't.
You were a prospector?
Yep. But it turns out lawman was a more stable career.
okay.
A man in your position must have plenty to say about the town he serves.
Suppose that's true. But a stroll down Main will tell you most everything you need to know.
Okay. Let's see here.
Were you aware that a man was thrown from the window at the Rosewater Post?
Is that right? Who was it?
Never saw him before. Looked New Spanish.
Is he alive?
Yes, he's in Doc Sedgwick's care.
Well, that's good. Sounds like I need to have words with Joni, though.
Okay. Let's see here.
Are you acquainted with Lola Johnson?
Not really. She mostly keeps to herself. As long as she don't cause trouble, I'm willing to overlook the squatting.
Okay.
Can you tell me about Joan Gallagher?
Whew, I've yet to meet anyone with a more fiery temper. My advice is to stay on Joni's good side. You don't want to end up going out the window like that poor bastard.
That's true.
What's the story with Gentleman Jake?
Which one? If even half of them are true, he's a lion among men, a real Western hero. You can catch his show while he's in town and hear it straight from the source.
Oh, no worries, Polarity.
I saw a lady coming out of the saloon earlier. She was older, fancy looking, sounded old country. Any idea who that is?
Can't say it rings any bells. Wonder what someone like that would be doing in Rosewater.
Anything of interest in the surrounding area?
Not really. The San Bernardo Valley don't offer much in the way of sightseeing. There's an army fort, Fort Beaumont, and an abandoned relic that used to be a laboratory. There's also an Indian village on the other side of the valley. But you'll want to steer clear. I've heard tell they can be real territorial. But
Interesting.
all that's outside my jurisdiction. When you leave my town, you're taking your chances out there.
Thanks for the chat, Sheriff.
Come back anytime.
Alright, so I need to find some lockpicks that are not in the sheriff's office. Alright. Yeah, we'll head this way. Well, we'll see about the dock.
Hello again, Miss Leger. I'm pleased to say your friend should make a full recovery.
That's good.
He's not my friend. He just fell out the window and almost crushed me.
I see. Well, it was good of you to come get me. Plenty of folks around here would have turned a blind eye. I realize in all the commotion we weren't properly introduced. I'm Dr. Sedgwick.
Guess the sign wasn't lying then. I'm Harley.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Likewise. Mind if I have a look around?
Not at all.
Alright.
Hey, Doc, is that mess of noodles really what our insides look like?
Indeed, Miss Leger. The human body truly is a marvel.
I suppose that's one word for it. What's in the pouch?
Oh, just some supplies for house calls and emergencies.
I've taken... Okay. And sink.
I imagine you get your hands pretty dirty in this line of work?
It's for cleansing before, not after. I am a follower of the modern European theories, positing that disease follows from the propagation of tiny animalcules living on the surface of the skin. Thorough washing with soap and water is said to eradicate them.
Drown the little bastards, huh?
Something like that.
Medical College of Wicks? Never heard of it.
It's in central Rotterdam. Not quite the University of New Britannia, but then what is?
Okay.
Well, that's just disgusting.
Not disgusting, it's fascinating.
And awe-inspiring, you
awe-inspiring.
could say.
To each his own.
Alright. Look at all these medicines.
Quite a variety of potions and tonics you've got here, Doc.
It's only a small part of the bounteous pharmacopoeia that nature might make available to us, if only we knew her secrets. There is so much to be discovered.
This is true. A spittoon.
That's impressively clean.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say, and good health starts with good hygiene.
Alright. Let's chat with him some more.
Doc.
Miss Leger.
So, how's the medicine business?
What a question. I'm a physician, Miss Leger, not some two-bit snake oil salesman.
Didn't mean to imply you were.
I'm sure. At any rate, I've not had many patients of late. This poor soul is the only one this week. But that is the physician's dilemma, is it not? We are taught that idleness is a sin. But better that I am idle.
Hey, Shadow, how's it going?
Noisy early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Got any knowledge to impart about Rosewater?
Oh, well, it's a fine town.
You don't sound too enthused.
I'm sure you'll find plenty to see and do here.
Give it to me straight, Doc. I want to know your thoughts on this place. Warts and all.
Were Rosewater one of my patients, I would say the prognosis is not good.
Yes, I was. Did about 5 years from 06 to 11.
Rail line. The hangers-on keep this place gasping for breath, but I fear they only prolong the inevitable. I hope I haven't discouraged you, but you did ask my opinion.
If things are so bad, why not pick up and move elsewhere?
I swore an oath to do no harm, Miss Leger. As the town's only physician, leaving would mean abandoning my patients. There may not be many left to call on my services, but when they do, I am the only barrier standing between them and the grave.
Isn't that a bit dramatic, Doc?
Say what you will. I know where I stand on the matter.
All right. So, yeah, we'll see
Why
about
not
that.
train somebody to take over for you?
I did have an apprentice not long ago, my ward, Nadine.
What happened to her?
Oh, this is no kind of life for a restless young person. I encouraged her to put her talents to use elsewhere. She's ministering to the local native tribe
Oh,
now.
nice. That's nice.
Who is this tribe?
I'm afraid I don't know much about them, just that they have a small village somewhere in the valley. I believe they call themselves the Audam? Autumn? I'm not certain of the pronunciation. At any rate, they don't come to the town, and I imagine the townsfolk mostly let them be as well.
Okay.
You must know all about the townsfolk.
I am well acquainted with all their ailments, proclivities, and vices.
That
But
and
if you're
gut.
seeking gossip, you'll
Sometimes, you know,
elsewhere.
grunts and guttural noises too.
Do take care of yourself.
Alright. So yeah, I'm trying to find some lock picks so I can pick this lock here. There's some on the sheriff's desk, but can't quite, you know, swipe them off the sheriff's desk. He wouldn't look too kindly on that. Let's see if he's got some lock picks. The guy that sent us on this mission in the first place.
Hey, kid.
I did.
The blacksmith's got a giant padlock on the door.
So?
So I'm not breaking into private property?
I told you the place is abandoned. Lola's squatting in there. Besides, it's not really breaking in if you're retrieving something stolen. Sheriff Gamble won't trouble himself over it, trust me. And if you run into Lola, I'm sure someone like you can handle her.
Wait here. I'll be back.
I look forward to it.
Thanks, Shadow. I am too, so. Yeah, I did 2 tours, one in Iraq, one in Afghanistan, so. Iraq one wasn't too bad because it was kind of calmer when we went, but Afghanistan, that was a different story. But since I was intel, I got to, you know, stay back most of the time, so. Alright, now I need to find... Okay, nope. Still need to figure out how to get a lockpick here. Yep, and thank you for yours too over there in the UK. So, yeah, one of the spots actually in when we were in Afghanistan, we took over from you guys. So, I had to fill in a bunch of. Oh, okay, I got you. But yeah, one of the spots that we took over, I basically filled in all the events that took place while you guys had that area, and I got a medal for it. Basically doing my job, making sure everybody knew what was going on. So let's see here. I'll see if I can go up the stairs. See if he'll stop me.
Gentleman Jake's show will be starting at the theater soon. You won't want to miss a second of it.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I'm not going all the way back. Just like, a good. Let's see here. It was took that like 09 to 10 was when that deployment was. So at least like 4 or 5 years because we didn't have any information on it. So, all right. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a couple of your guys there in the big air base where we went in and out of. So yeah, that's not gonna give me anything. Can't go into the bank. I'm gonna check and make sure I don't. Okay.
October 25th, 1850. Dear Miss Leger, thank you for submitting your sample. Your writing shows real potential. I'd like to extend an invitation to meet with me at the offices of the Rosewater Post and discuss the possibility of an extended commission. How soon can you arrive?
Oh, nice.
I await your reply and look forward to making your acquaintance. Yours, Joan Gallagher.
Okay. So that. Let's see here. Oh, I can save and load. Okay. Okay. Resume. Yeah. I can understand that too, so I've been there a couple times, so okay, we're walking around the town. That's gonna take me there. Let's see here. Can I go back there? All right. Let's go in here and see if we got anything. Anything useful we can use.
Good to see you again.
Okay, I got the typewriter. Yeah.
They seem to be pretty active around here. I hope that means steady work.
Okay, going up here. It's probably gonna take me right to her office, or to Joni's office. Yeah. Okay.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
Alright. Nothing here I can grab. I wonder if I can push that button back at the saloon. An airsoft. Yeah. I think actually the last time I even fired a weapon was during my rifle qualifications. So
Now that is mighty tempting.
okay. That's all that does. So that's gonna go out. Okay. No, it every like year or two we had to requal on the on the rifles and stuff. So I actually think it's supposed to be every year. I think a couple of times I missed just because of deployments, so that's why it seemed like it was like every other year. Alright, so I need to figure out where in the world the lockpick's at. Alright. There we go. Alright. Okay. Okay. I need to do some more investigating over by the theater. I'll consider that a quick little lifeline. Let's see here. No. Oop. Huh. Pick up one of those. There we go. Oh, no. You're good. You're good. I'm gonna say I've been able to get everything fairly well processed, so took a little longer than I wanted to, but it is what it is.
If I use my bare hands, the only thing I'll get is a broken wrist. But if I use something heavy...
Okay, so let's go I. Select. Alright. There we go. Smash the rotten wood.
That did it. The tile's no good anymore, though.
Alright.
Did the blacksmith dabble as a Wainwright?
Yeah, I can understand that.
Are these lucky horseshoes? If so,
We
they didn't work.
We lost 2 guys in Afghanistan, but one I took really hard because we just got there, and I thought I could tell more of what was going on, but
Scrap metal. Must not be valuable, or it'd be salvaged by now.
But yeah, that's the one that I kind of had the harder time getting over.
Well, now, what have we here?
The other one was just an accident that couldn't have been helped, so...
What in the ether is going on here?
You must be Lola Johnson.
That's right, Lola Johnson, who lives
Yeah.
here.
Okay, let's see here.
I thought it had a certain domestic charm. Nice setup you have in here.
I don't know what you're playing at, but my patience is wearing thin.
I'll be going.
You do that.
There we go. That was easy. Diary's been updated. See what is, yeah. Oh. All right.
Hey, kid.
Yeah?
Here's your watch back.
No fooling. You actually got it?
Yeah.
By a whisker. Lola turned up just as I was leaving.
Did she see you take it?
Don't think so. Anyways, that's my part of the bargain held up. You gonna let me in now?
Sure, go on. Oh, and thanks. I know we've had our tiffs, but I really do appreciate you getting this for me. My dear departed pa can rest easy again knowing his watch is back where it belongs.
That's not your watch at all, is it?
Well, it is now.
Kid, if I were you, I'd make myself scarce. Otherwise, the only way you'll be able to tell the time on that thing is by squatting over a mirror.
Oh, welcome back, Polarity.
Yes, ma'am.
I was getting ready to say, either Jem's father was not dead, or it wasn't really his watch. Oh, nice.
Ready for some thrills? Are you ready for some excitement? Are you ready for some fun?
Fun. Stay quiet.
Without further ado, may I present the star of our show, The last man standing at the Bleachbone Gulch show.
It is.
The only man to defeat bastard Billy Boakes in a duel. The man who discovered a gentleman, then gifted it.
And thanks for that follow, Shadow. I appreciate it, man.
Ackerman!
Alright.
Thank you, Charlie, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gentleman Jake's Wild West. We got a heck of a performance for you today, but first, allow me to introduce my brave and loyal assistant, Danny Luo. Now let's get this show on the road.
Ooh, yay. I love Subway cookies.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you rope a steer. Keep it going, Danny. Maybe you'll lasso yourself one someday.
I'm gonna stay quiet. Observe, you know?
The sun beat down upon them as the duelists stood and stared. But Billy Boakes fought. Somebody so prepared. Jake drew his gun. And bang! The bastard crashed down with a thud. The legendary foe lay dead, defeated.
Yeah, that's the best we can do for right now, Shadow.
And now for a most challenging proposition, perhaps the greatest feat of marksmanship to which a man can set his sights. See those 5 juggling balls that Charlie keeps whirling aloft in such a dizzying display? Ladies and gentlemen, affix your eyes on that green ball in particular. And do not dare blink.
Oh no, I'm blinking.
For with but a single bullet...
Are they faster? Faster than we can possibly imagine? Yeah, we'll do a polite applaud. That was worthy of something.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our show. Thank you all so much. You've been a truly magnanimous, magnificent, and majestic audience.
And you can take home a piece of the legend. Come on down to the Check of Diamonds to get an autograph or a souvenir ferrotype. We'll be there until last call. Stop by and shake hands with
Gentleman Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Alright. Time to make our way to the saloon.
I'm telling you, Jake, I need that money tonight.
You knew the deal going in, Charlie. There's nothing I can do about it.
We'll see about that.
Hope I'm not interrupting, gentlemen.
My friend here was just saying his farewells. Weren't you, Charlie? Please do pardon that unpleasant display. What can I do for you, my dear?
Name's Harley Leger. I'd like to interview you for the Rosewater Post.
Well, shucks, it would be my pleasure, Miss Leger. Shall we go upstairs to my room? Beats standing out here in the dust.
Lead on.
I think he might be trying to seduce us.
Permit me to introduce my associate, Danny Luo.
We've met, actually. Not formally, I suppose. Nice to properly make your acquaintance, Miss Leger.
Likewise, Mr. Luo.
Please, you can call me Danny. Everybody does.
So what did you think of the show? Pretty spectacular, huh?
Oh.
Yes, that's definitely the word for it.
Glad you think so. Shall we proceed with the interview?
Right.
Alright. Let's start off with an easy
How did
one.
you come to pick Rosewater as your latest venue?
Simple. Plenty of folk in this town are looking for a good show. I ain't so hoity-toity as to think El Presidio or Los Virgenes are the only places worth visiting. After spending all day bent double over a pan in a creek or working his keister off down in a mine, a man is entitled to some amusement, wouldn't you say?
Okay. Let's see here.
What's something nobody knows about you? Give me something juicy.
I'm something of an open book, Miss Legere. Keeping secrets ain't really my modus operandi.
Come on, everyone's got secrets.
Oh, I think you'll find I'm not like most folk.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's go. And then tell the real
When you're
story.
not gunslinging or adventuring.
Well, you were at the show. You saw it firsthand.
Right, but what about hobbies? Pastimes?
Well, I ain't the type to sit around reading novels, if that's what you're getting at. I'm a man of action.
Okay. Actually, yeah, we'll do
You're clearly a man of great deeds.
that
Which
one.
would you say has been your greatest?
I value all my accomplishments equally, Miss Legere. To single any one out would diminish the others. I couldn't bring myself to do that.
What a
Yeah.
noble sentiment.
I like to think so.
This guy's
Hey,
bullshitting everybody.
Don't you have an appointment with Miss Sally this evening?
Damn, you're right.
Ah.
Sorry to cut things short, Miss Legere. I've got another
Damn.
engagement I need to prepare for.
I should have plenty for my article. I appreciate your time.
Well, I look forward to reading your story.
Should have asked the real
Danny, see the lady
real
out,
story.
would you?
Oh well. Yeah.
Good meeting you, Danny. Guess I'll see you around. Not to worry, gents. Jake's all yours. Hey, you were in the show. Nice juggling.
Thank you, ma'am. Jake! Get your ass out here right now, you four-flusher.
Now, what's all the ruckus?
Don't play the fool with me, Ackerman. You know damn well why I'm here.
Okay.
You might think you can give me the runaround, but I wonder if my friends here won't convince you to pay up.
Charlie. Didn't anybody ever tell you only cowards get others to solve their problems for them?
You slum-guzzling bastard. I'm gonna fix that wobbling jaw of yours.
Come on up here, then.
Sure you won't reconsider, Charlie?
Shut the hell up and get out of my way. McGuire, take care of the kid.
I don't think McGuire's taking care of the kid.
Let's dance, cowboy.
Okay, there we go.
I suggest you clear out while you can, little lady. This can get ugly.
From where I'm standing, it's pretty damn ugly already. Hey!
So that's how you want it, huh? Fine. I'll let the boss deal with you when he's done.
Okay. Well, you know what?
Hey! Don't start any trouble, lady. Hey! Don't start
Okay.
any trouble, lady.
Alright.
We can do this
All day. Alright, fine.
You're in my way, you lummox.
And that's where I'm staying.
Okay.
I'd better do something to stop these fools.
Go on, get him!
You call that a right hook? I've seen pregnant cows more graceful than you. You call that a right hook?
Okay.
Block off.
Watch that left jab. Get him. Watch that left jab. Get him. You call that a right hook? Watch that left jab. Get him. Get him. Nice dodge. Get him. Nice dodge. Watch that left jab.
Okay.
Hey, pick on someone your own size.
Hey!
Yeah.
Don't start any trouble, lady.
Not starting any trouble.
You call that a right hook? Get him.
Go on, get him!
Watch that left jab. Nice dodge. Watch that left.
Yep.
Watch that left jab.
Okay. Yep.
Ooh-wee.
You call that a right hook? I've seen pregnant cows more graceful than you. I've seen pregnant cows more graceful than you.
Limited selection on the dialogue options here, but that's okay.
Get him.
They're entertaining at least. If I can keep the mouse on.
Watch that left jab. I'd better do something to stop these fools.
Give him a new face.
Hey, pick on someone your own size. Get him. Get him. Watch that left jab. Watch that left jab. Nice dodge. Get him.
Knock his block off.
You call that a right hook? Hey, pick on someone your own size. Get him.
Okay.
Nice dodge. Get him. Nice dodge. Nice dodge.
Yeah.
Nice dodge.
If I can keep my mouse, you know.
I've seen pregnant cows more graceful than you.
Knock his block off.
Oh. Hold on.
Get him.
Give him a new face. We can do this
Okay.
all day.
Let's see here.
Come on, McGuire.
Ah. Okay.
We can
Do this all day. All right.
Knock his block off.
Hey, pick on someone your own size. Nice dodge. Watch that left jab. Nice dodge. Hey, pick on someone your own size.
Give him a new face.
Let's see here. Let's see.
Go on, get him.
Cause I can knock him out.
Don't start any trouble, lady. Come on, McGuire.
Okay.
We can do this all day.
Let's see here.
Warning. Watch the dang door. Signed, management.
Okay.
Give him a new face.
Now that is mighty tempting.
Okay.
I've seen pregnant cows more graceful than you.
Go on, get him.
Watch that left jab. Get him. Nice dodge. Get him.
Let's go.
Watch that left jab. Get him. Watch that left jab. Watch that left jab. Hey, pick on someone your own size. Nice dodge.
Ooh, hey.
Yeah.
Don't start any trouble, lady.
Hold on. Oh.
Give him a new face. Hey. Don't start any trouble, lady.
Huh. Bollingworth Ale. Didn't know they got that out here.
Hey. Don't start any trouble, lady.
Okay. Can I?
Hey. Don't start any trouble, lady.
Let's see here. I can look at that.
Huh. Bollingworth Ale. Didn't know they got that out here.
Okay, nothing in the inventory.
Hey. Don't start any trouble, lady.
Let's see.
We can do this all day.
Okay. Ah, so that takes him back. Let's throw him back in.
Don't start any trouble, lady.
And then let's see if I push that. Ah! Haha!
Whoopsie daisy.
Take. That works too.
Hey, nice one.
Not the most honorable way of winning a fight, but these boys were hardly playing fair.
Hey, Charlie. Looks like your guys weren't as tough as you hoped.
Whoo-wee! That got the old blood pumping.
You've got some interesting associates, Mr. Ackerman.
This is true.
Excuse me, I have an article to write.
Hang on just a minute. I'd be a fool to just let you walk away after that performance. Come on back up here. I've got a business proposition that may interest you.
What about Miss
Okay.
Sally?
Oh, she can wait. All right, Miss Legere, I won't beat around the bush. Danny and I are looking to get some folks together for a job, and I think you'd make a damn fine addition to the team.
What sort of job?
Ever hear of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Sure, who hasn't?
Of course, the etheric researcher. What about him?
Dr. Clark moved out here not long after the big disaster back in Lamplight City. He kept up his research, even did some demonstrations at the Opera House. Till one day, he just up and vanished. Nobody's seen hide nor hair of him in nearly a year.
Okay.
Okay, so get to the point already.
We're going in search of Dr. Clark's
the guy's
again?
fortune.
The feller was loaded. Somehow he managed to talk a bunch of big money investors from back east into financing his research. All those
Okay, we got
gizmos
ads
and
coming up
dads
soon. I'll be taking a quick break.
We find his
So,
stash. We'll all be rolling in it.
give me a
for
sec
years
here.
to come.
But we'll wait till I got a good spot to pause.
Surely it's all just numbers on a ledger somewhere.
Nope. I'm telling you, he kept his assets in cold, hard cash.
Hey.
So you're looking to rob a man blind just because nobody knows where he is?
Now, nothing so uncouth as that. Picture this. A swashbuckling pirate captain, his vessel freighted with treasure. The vast fleets of law and order circling him, closing in. He digs a hole in the sands of some sun-kissed tropical...
One sec. We'll snooze him just in case.
Seal his ill-gotten loot and makes himself scarce. Circumstance conspires to deprive him of the opportunity to return. Now, is the brave treasure hunter who seeks and unearths the bounty guilty of robbery? Or is he just returning to the world what would otherwise lie forgotten and worthless? See, we're not after Clark's personal wealth. The money in question was meant to bankroll his etheric research. Since that's been outlawed, he can't touch it. And it's a drop in the ocean for the investors. They'll never miss it.
How many folks are you planning on bringing into this?
That depends on what we find. But I promise you, we'll all get a fair split. Enough to make it all worthwhile.
Sure.
What's your plan?
Clark had a lab nearby, a couple miles outside of town. Last place anybody saw him. We poke around there, retrace his steps, and it should lead us straight to the loot.
Uh-huh.
Now, call me crazy, but I get the impression you're not entirely convinced.
Let's see here. There we go.
Truth be told, I'm not. How can you be sure Clark isn't just holed up in some cave with his cash? Or that someone didn't off him so they could claim it for themselves? We follow Clark, and whatever vanished him could end up vanishing us, too.
I admit we're asking you to put a lot of faith in us. Hell, I'd probably be just as incredulous were I in your position.
Mr. Ackerman's a good man, Miss Legere. He's never led me astray in all the time I've known him.
I appreciate it, Danny, but I think Miss Legere's gonna need a little more than just your word. Look, I've known quite a few moneyed folk in my time.
Uh-huh.
They all got one thing in common. You know what that is?
Deep pockets and no brains?
They couldn't give a rat's ass about folks like you and me?
I admit I cannot emphatically contradict you there. Not what I meant.
So what do they have in common?
They're good at keeping their money safe.
Oh, okay.
Clark's cash is out there. I just know it. As far as your safety, you just took out a couple of brutes twice our size. It's plain to see you can take care of yourself.
I'm pretty good with my pistols, and Mr. Ackerman can talk his way out of anything. But we could use somebody who's good in the fights.
Besides, stick around old Jake long enough and you'll have enough material to write a whole book. Forget a measly little write-up in the local rag. I'm offering you a front row seat to a much better show. So, what do you say?
Let's stew on this one, chat. So I will be right back. Hang tight.
All right, Mr. Ackerman. I'm in. At the very least, this venture should make for an interesting tale.
I'm pleased to hear you say that.
You won't regret this, Miss Leger.
We'll set out for the lab at daybreak. And please, call me Jake.
Dr. Clark's laboratory is a short hike from Rosewater. After getting run out of Lamplight City, this is where he went to ground. A secluded desert facility where he could get up to who knows what. Jake, Danny, and I head there at first light to see what secrets he left behind.
Quite a sight, ain't it?
I'll say. What the hell was Clark doing out here?
That's a question for minds greater than ours, Miss Leger.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
I've got some more questions about you.
I'm always happy to answer.
How'd you and Danny get together?
I was packing up after a run of shows in Quick Point, having a hard time of it. You see, my assistant had up and left a few days prior, so I was flying solo.
Your assistant left? Why?
The showman's life ain't for everybody. I don't fault him for it. Anyhow, Danny comes up and offers to help with the crates. You should have seen him. Eyes wide, hands shaking, downright charming. So Danny gives me a hand and we get to talking. Turns out he's got experience roping and shooting. He even gave me a demonstration. I offered him the job as my assistant on the spot. The rest, as they say, is history.
Would you care to recount some of your previous adventures?
I'd love to, but I'm afraid now just ain't the time. Soon as we have a respite, I'll be glad to regale you.
I'm impressed, Miss Leger. Never thought I'd live to see the day Jake refused to tell his story.
Just how did you come to learn about Clark's money?
Not long ago, I got to talking with a feller at the saloon. The whiskey had loosened his lips and he blabbed all about the success of his Aurum claim. But then he told me about how he'd invested most of that Aurum in Clark's research and how he wasn't the only one.
And you're certain these investors won't be wanting their money back?
Can't speak for the rest, but this feller won't. See, his aforementioned loose lips got him into trouble with some other folk. Poor bastard was shot dead in the street.
I see. Enough jabber. Let's push on. Guess it shouldn't come as a surprise that the front door is not wide open for us.
That's a serious-looking lock.
So, how are we supposed to get in?
Know if there are any locksmiths in town?
I'd prefer if we handled this ourselves. My old pal Captain Stokes is stationed nearby at Fort Beaumont. He owes me a favor, or two.
Maybe he could give us some high-powered equipment to get inside.
You read my mind, Danny boy. Wouldn't do any harm to take a look around out here first, though.
Dr. Clark really liked his sarsaparilla. There must be at least 30 empty bottles in these crates.
I once drank 10 bottles of sarsaparilla for a bet.
Did you win?
Well, yes, and no.
Doing some tidying, are we?
We might find some use for these. Come help me. I can't carry them all myself.
Hey, I ain't gonna start belly aching if you want to go around collecting refuse. Might fetch us a few shillings if we sell them back at the Jack of Diamonds.
There you go. And some for you.
Thanks.
Must take ages for any correspondence to get out here.
Probably beats having to hike into town, though.
Looks like Clark missed his last mail delivery. Seems to be from another scientist.
February 12th, 1850. Dr. Clark, I hope this letter finds you well. Upon hearing news of the reactionary and ignorant ban our leaders have seen fit to impose, my thoughts went to you and your thankless labors in the wilderness. When they hounded you out after the expo, and I wouldn't be surprised if Leroy's cronies sabotaged your display to discredit you, you were undaunted. After enduring such a trying year, I know how much building that lab out there meant to you. A turning point in your fortunes, or so it seemed. Yet I am sure you will persevere once more. One day when rationality again prevails in the halls of government and this silly thing is lifted, I hope to take you up on your offer of a tour. If you've returned to the bosom of civilization by then, all the better. With warm regards, Dr. Roderick Nethersole. P.S. How you managed to rig a TT-180 console to control both your equipment and door mechanisms still baffles me. Mine is destined for the scrapyard.
Locked up tight.
Whoever closed this place up really didn't want anybody getting in.
This is one of the sturdiest locks I've ever seen.
I think we're gonna need to get creative. The fort's stockpile might have something that could help.
The good doctor was pretty self-sufficient out here. Wonder if Dr. Clark boarded these up himself. Wonder if Dr. Clark boarded these up himself. Hey, Danny?
Ma'am?
Got any of your own ideas on how we might get into the lab?
Well, I think Jake has the right idea. We should ask for help at the fort.
I want to know something about you, Danny.
Okay. Like what?
You and Jake known each other long?
Gosh, that's a good question. I guess it's been about 2 years?
Sounds about right.
Time goes by quick when you travel around as much as we do.
What did you do before becoming Jake's assistant?
Oh, nothing glamorous. I was a stable hand in Quick Point. Life with Gentleman Jake is certainly more, lively.
Just how old are you, anyway?
I'll be 21 this winter, but I can handle myself just fine if that's what you're worried about.
True enough. Danny's more experienced than some folk twice his age. You'd be a fool to underestimate him.
Have you got any family?
Sure. My parents and older brother live on the coast, near El Presidio. I write them every month. I haven't seen them in a dog's age, though. But Jake's been like family to me, really.
We should get a move on. Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Have you had any new ideas for getting inside the lab?
Not a one, unfortunately. I believe asking at the fort is our best hope.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
What are you doing? This is no place for sightseers.
And just who in the ether are you?
Such disrespect. You toy with forces you do not understand.
The lady asked you a question, sir.
Heed my warning. Stay away from this place. Its mysteries are not for you.
Hey, wait! You forgot your... hat?
What was that all about?
Good question. Tinfoil. Why was that man wearing it as a hat? This isn't really my style. No sign of that odd bearded fellow. I wonder where he scampered off to.
I reckon we got ourselves bigger fish to fry right now, Miss Legere. Hey, look, a show!
What a racket.
Hey, listen!
Thanks. I thought I unmuted it.
Híjole. Anda. Caramba. Híjole. Anda.
Alright. Let me check and make sure. Okay, yeah, okay. So, anyways, what I was saying when I got back from the break is went to get some cookies and milk, and Gan
Said, excuse me.
try perdóname. Anyways,
Caramba, you made me miss. What do you want?
Do you know anything
Never.
about the laboratory just over yonder?
That abandoned wreck is a laboratory?
It was at some point.
yeah, Gan wanted some milk. But, well, he wanted tuna because I grabbed a little plate to put the cookies on. And he's like, oh, tuna time. He's like, no, you had some yesterday. Then I got some milk, and he had to have some milk. So we gave him some lactose-free milk.
And these are my associates, Jake Ackerman and Danny Luo.
Good to meet you.
Oh, good. I'm glad he enjoyed his
Eugenio
treats.
and I are practicing our shooting while we wait for our jefe to conclude his business.
Jefe?
Who did you say you were waiting for?
Our leader, General Filomeno Marquez. Surely you've heard of him.
Yes, of course.
Who
hasn't
hasn't?
heard of the great General Marquez?
Me, for one.
Your companion would do well to educate himself. Perhaps General Marquez will see fit to honor you with his presence when he emerges from the belly of the beast.
That's all for now. Happy shooting.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Gringa.
Alright. I'll take a look at this.
Nobody in sight, but I'm sure there are guards somewhere. Hey, anybody in there?
What is it?
We'd like to come in, please.
More unannounced visitors? Must be my lucky day.
Yeah.
What country exiled you?
None. We just want to speak with Captain Stokes.
Afraid he's indisposed.
Why don't you tell Stokes that Jake Ackerman needs a word?
Gentleman Jake?
At your
your
service.
We're not in the market for entertainment. It's like I said. Oh, dad blasted. Would you knock it off with the shooting already? I can't hear myself.
You call yourself a soldier when the sound of gunfire sets you quivering like a coward? Pathetic.
Look, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Would you happen to know anything about the lab just over that way?
No, and quite frankly, I don't care to.
Of course.
What do you all get up to in this place?
I'm really not at liberty to say, ma'am.
No, I'm sure there's whiskey. Not Liberty whiskey, though, because that's a little too advanced for you guys. Hey, nickname, how's it going? Thanks for doing your walk on.
No, ma'am, not again.
Carry on, soldier.
Right.
Alright.
Híjole.
Sturdy. No handles. Must only open from the inside.
Hey, it was worth a shot, you know. Let's watch him do some target practice here.
That thing has seen some action.
Alright. I'll talk to Jake.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
How are we supposed to get into the fort?
Good question. I figured it'd be a breeze, but the guard's ornery as a mama bear with a sore teat. We need to figure out how to get on his good side.
Any idea who that odd fellow with the beard was?
Not a clue. Sure seemed a few cows short of a herd, didn't he?
I'll say. Let's hope he doesn't cause us any trouble. Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Alright. We'll call out the guard again.
Hey, guard! Guess he doesn't want to talk. Hey, Danny?
Ma'am?
Who do you suppose that odd bearded fellow was?
I don't know, but I hope we don't run into him again. He gave me a strange feeling.
How can we get into the fort?
The guard seems upset about all the noise. Maybe he'll warm to us if we can figure out some way to take care of it.
We should get a move on.
Alright.
Hey!
We'll talk to the lady.
You again? What is it now?
Say, do you think you could practice your shooting somewhere else?
Why?
The fort guard isn't happy about the noise.
Well, then maybe he should choose another profession.
Let's see here.
You're pretty good, but I bet I can beat you at shooting.
I am the best shot in New Spain.
Care to prove it?
Gladly. But a large stationary target such as this is not suitable for a contest. If you wish to challenge me, I need some moving targets.
Can we use these bottles as targets?
Indeed, we can. Very well. Prepare to be humiliated.
Say, Jake, could you give us a hand?
My pleasure.
There we go.
How many bottles are there?
About 30.
Then we will each shoot at 5. Whoever breaks the most wins.
Sounds fair.
I am feeling generous this morning. Would you like the opportunity to practice first?
Yes,
sure.
Actually.
Very well.
Ready with those bottles, Jake?
Yep, get ready. Set, incoming.
Damn it.
Bottle in the air.
Okay. I didn't even shoot that time.
I'll get the next one.
Here we go.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Damn it.
If that is the best you can do, I do not know why we are even bothering. All right, for real this time.
Ready, set, incoming.
You missed.
Incoming.
Damn it.
Bottle in the air.
I'll get the next one.
Here we go.
You missed.
Really?
Here we go.
Yeah.
You missed. My turn.
Incoming.
Anda.
Here we go.
Dale.
Yeah.
Bottle in the air.
Anda.
Incoming.
This is a fun mini game. I'd have to just get the handle of it.
I win. Better luck next time, sweetheart.
Okay.
Hey.
Let's talk again. See if I can bribe you.
You again. What is it now?
What do you say I make it worth your while to go practice shooting somewhere else?
You take me for some common bandit? Mira que cabrona. Keep your coins. Don't insult me again.
Oh, hey, it's worth a shot.
I wasn't quite prepared last time. How about we try shooting again?
If you insist. Remember, whoever hits the most out of 5 bottles wins. Get on with it, mustache wax.
No need for names.
I'm calling.
Madam. Ready, set, here we go.
Hot damn.
There we go.
Bottle in the air.
Ah.
Incoming.
Damn it.
Here we go.
Nice shot.
Incoming.
Ah, too high.
Missed. My
Okay.
turn.
Here we go.
Anda.
Okay.
Bottle in the air.
2,
Take that.
Bottle in the air.
3. Okay, I'm done.
Bottle in the air.
Dale.
Incoming.
Caramba! Another victory for me. Nice try, but you'll need a lot more practice if you want to challenge me.
Perhaps I can be of some assistance, Miss Leger.
Okay. What you got?
Híjole!
What you got, Jake?
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
You're good with your gun. What's the best way to hit a moving target?
Oh, well, I find concentration is key. Just visualize hitting the target and you won't go wrong.
How about an encore of your juggling ball trick? Beat that lady at shooting, and we can get her to practice elsewhere.
I see. Not a bad plan, but I make it a point never to perform without a crowd. Ask Danny. He's a good shot, but a little practice couldn't hurt him.
Okay.
How about you go easy on me with those bottles? They're awful fast.
Want me to give you the advantage, huh? All right. I'll slow my hand a bit for you. Let's just hope that little firebrand doesn't take notice.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Let's see. Let's see if it works.
Hey. You again? What is it now?
Rematch.
Charm. Let's go again.
I'm beginning to think you enjoy losing.
I mean, you know.
Let's get this over with.
Ready, set, bottle in the air.
Ah.
Damn it.
Here we go.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Bottle in the air.
Hot damn.
Incoming.
Hot damn.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hot damn. My turn.
Bottle in the air.
Anda.
Here we go.
Dale.
Bottle in the air.
Anda.
Yeah, I think, yeah. And then, caramba.
Caramba. Another victory for me. Didn't even stand a chance.
Well.
Vaya.
Hey, Danny?
Ma'am?
Shooting's clearly not my specialty. Think you can teach that show-off a lesson?
It'll be my pleasure.
Alright.
Excuse me, ma'am?
What do you want, boy?
I think I'd like to beat you at that bottle shooting.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh,
All right,
I
kid,
still...
let's see what you got.
Why don't you go first? Show me how it's done.
My pleasure.
Ready, set, bottle in the air.
Híjole.
Incoming.
Take
Okay.
that.
Here we go.
Anda.
Okay.
Bottle in the air.
Damn.
Bottle in the air.
Anda. Let's
Okay.
see you beat that.
Ready, Danny boy?
Yep. Don't worry about the warnings. Just throw.
Don't believe this. Beaten by a chinito de mierda. Eugenio, vámonos de aquí.
I do believe she called him a son of a bitch.
She's not a very good sport.
Never mind her. That was some fine shooting.
Sure was. You weren't kidding about being good with those pistols.
It was nothing. But thanks.
Hey, guard!
Hey, guard!
What is it?
Sure is a nice, peaceful morning, isn't it?
What happened to those cacophonous varmints?
They took their business elsewhere. Now, would you be so kind as to let us in?
So long as you promise to keep it down.
Deal.
I think he's towards the end of his watch, and he's just wanting to go to bed. That is my thought.
Well now, what have we here?
I appreciate your hospitality, Captain, but I must admit I am perplexed by the change in your position.
It's not my position, General Marquez. It's the position of the government of the Commonwealth of Vespuccia. I have some discretion in the execution of my orders, but I'm sure you can appreciate that there's a chain of command.
I am, of course, most grateful for the aid you have rendered in the past. I am sure that your recommendations carry weight with your superiors. If you would be willing to lend your influence in support of our cause.
Perhaps we can speak of this at another time, Mr. Marquez. As I said, I have other concerns to deal with.
Of course. I look forward to our next meeting.
Captain Stokes, you're a difficult man to see.
Ackerman, how the hell are you?
Leave this to me. I'll have Stokes eaten from the palm of my hand.
Good day, Captain. Madam? Just a moment. I have seen you before.
That's right. I'm glad to see you on your feet again. That was a nasty tumble you had.
Ah, of course. The newspaper office. I owe you my thanks.
Happy to help.
What's your name, anyway?
Harley Leger. This is Danny Luo, and over there is Jake Ackerman.
Sir? I am General Filomeno Marquez. Though Filomeno seems to be difficult for you Vespuccians, so you may call me Phil.
Phil it is. Good to meet you.
And you? What brings you to the fort?
Come on. Uh-oh. No, it's there. That's caps on. There we go. Alright. Do I have... Did I lose my mouse? Off. And then we'll turn on. There we go. Alright.
We're looking for help getting into the abandoned lab back there.
And why might that old ruin interest you, eh?
We're looking for something, and there's a chance we could find some clues there.
Only clues? Perhaps there are other useful items as well. In fact, I could get the laboratory open so we could both go in, if Stokes were not so stingy with his munitions.
How do you mean?
My specialty is demolitions and explosives. I just
interesting.
don't have any on hand right now. I thought perhaps the captain might once again be willing to assist a fellow warrior in a righteous cause, but...
It's like I told Mr. Marquez, my hands are tied. Much as I'd like to help, I've got enough to worry about with my men missing. In fact, I was just heading out to search, so if you'll excuse me.
Hold your horses, Captain. How about we come with? I'm sure you could use the extra eyes.
It's mighty kind of you, Ackerman. Can't promise it'll be safe, though. We'll be going near native territory.
Come on, Stokes. You forget who you're talking to? I laugh in the face of danger. We'll ride with you.
Your friend is quite the braggadocio, no?
Yeah.
That he is, and he doesn't ever seem to let up.
You're all in, then?
Apparently so.
In for a penny, in for a pound, they say.
Sorry, who are you?
Y'all can get acquainted on the trail. Let's get going. Sun's almost up. Appreciate y'all coming out with me. Strength in numbers and all that.
Our pleasure, Captain.
Exactly who is it you're looking for?
My first lieutenant, John Mulberry.
Okay.
So when did your man go missing?
He left leading the patrol last evening and they never returned. I just hope the natives didn't get him. Things have been a bit tense of late.
Okay.
You been stationed at Fort Beaumont long?
Nearly 4 years now. For the most part, it's a fairly quiet post. Of course, Rosewater's nearby and usually good for a diversion.
On that note, I'd be honored to have you at my show, Captain.
Ah, yes. Soon enough, Ackerman.
How do your soldiers and the natives get on with each other?
Not too well, I'm sorry to say. We've allowed them their space, left them in peace, but somehow that ain't enough. They seem temperamentally disposed toward causing trouble.
Have you tried asking what's upset them?
Miss Leger, with all due respect, you've no idea what you're talking about. We've already given these folks an inch, but they have taken a mile. The government's tried appeasing them with treaties and such, but those ain't worth the paper they're written on. You'd sooner reason with a coyote.
Well, I think... Ah!
Engines!
Okay. Oh no.
What's going on?
So far, we have been stymied in our efforts to search Clark's laboratory. Captain Stokes let out a search patrol, and he let all us supplicants tag along. But it wasn't enough to deter the native war party that ambushed us.
Okay.
Stokes slipped the trap laid for him, leaving us four to stand in his stead. Now we await intelligence of our captors and some sign of our fate.
Well, isn't this a fine turn of events?
How fortuitous.
Alright. Let's look at that.
Wonder what they use these for.
Head catchers would be my guess.
Hey, it's not funny.
It was not meant to be.
Empty.
For now.
What's there?
This basket's full of soap.
Well, at least we can keep clean.
Uh-huh. Except there is no water in here.
Then let's hope we can get out of here soon.
I'll take soap.
Doesn't look very
sorry about that.
sturdy.
But it's barred on the other side.
Oh, what I would not give for a stick or two of dynamite right now.
Hey, anybody out there? Let us out.
I'd save my breath if I was you.
Yeah, you know, never hurts to try.
I suppose all of these were made here. Quite a collection.
Alright. Let's see here. Yeah.
What else? What else we got? What else we got? Here, let's look.
Look at these guys.
So I've got some soap.
Must be for storage. Completely empty.
Okay.
It's quite ornate. Brightens the place up, I suppose.
It is noble to find beauty in dark moments, but perhaps not so very useful.
You know. Well, okay, so Phil, what do you got to say? What do you got to say about all this?
Phil?
Eh?
I never imagined volunteering for a search party would include free accommodation.
I must say, of everyone I have shared a jail cell with, you have the liveliest sense of humor.
Well, you know.
Did you see what became of Captain Stokes?
Yes, though I wish I had not. Pinche cobarde.
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
Okay.
Turned and ran. Took his men and abandoned us. To think I held him as a man of honor. Bastardo!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Easy there, Phil.
Forgive me, but I cannot abide a deserter.
It takes a low sort to abandon someone who's counting on you.
Yeah?
So, this isn't the first time you've been locked up?
Certainly not. At least these people seem more hospitable to their prisoners than the Spanish.
Got any suggestions for how we might get out of here?
Not just yet. I want to see how things play out.
What do you mean?
Something about this does not feel right. We know very little of our captors. I cannot devise anything until that changes.
I'll just be over here.
Okay.
Hey, Danny?
What is it?
Relax, Danny.
Yeah,
It'll be okay.
it'll be okay.
You think so?
Sure. If these folks meant us any harm, they wouldn't have bothered capturing us.
This is true.
I didn't think of it that way. I sure hope you're right.
Alright.
You and Jake must have gotten into scrapes like this before, right?
Well, I have, yes. Although it was before I met Jake. But is this really the time for stories?
Fair enough. Perhaps another time.
Okay.
Got any thoughts on how we might get out of here?
They took my guns, so... Not really. You should ask Jake. He's the one with all the clever tricks.
Okay.
Were you able to see how Captain Stokes fared?
I lost sight of him when I got knocked off my horse. I can't believe he just left us. Why would he do that?
It was all part of his plan, apparently.
Hey, Jake?
Miss Legere?
Making yourself comfortable?
Not really. This bench is hard as a rock. Could do with some back support, too. But it's as good a place as any to think of a way out of here.
Surely a fellow of daring do like yourself has been in a predicament like this before?
More times than I can count.
How do you manage to get free?
Well, you gotta understand, every situation's different. Easiest way's usually bribing a guard. But sometimes, you gotta get creative. Well, this one time But no, that wouldn't work here.
Why not?
'Cause I'd need a few things, and coming by them in here will be next to impossible.
You got a plan, it's at least worth trying.
I reckon you're right. Main thing I need is something pliable, like wax or soft wood. Then something sharp to shape it with, and finally some shiny material. Metallic looking would be best. Find me those things, we might be in business.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you manage to see what became of Captain Stokes?
No, I was a mite preoccupied. Just as well. If I'd known he was running off, I'd have shown him a thing or two.
Fair. Okay.
I'll leave you to your thoughts.
So, look at. See what we got.
Did smashing that pot make you feel any better?
It did, yes.
Okay. Alright, hold on. That's no.
It's quite ornate. Brightens the place up, I suppose.
It is noble to find beauty in dark moments, but perhaps not so very useful.
Fair enough. Just that. So let me... Oh.
Will this work for what you need?
Shiny and metallic. Perfect.
Okay. Oh, whoop. Oh.
Smells like lye.
Okay.
Is this pliable enough for you?
This'll do nicely.
This sharp
There we
enough
go.
for you?
It'll do. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. You got everything.
Did. Now,
pretty
will you
quick-witted.
tell me about this plan of yours?
I'm bluffing our way out of here. Give me a few minutes and you'll see what I mean. Voila.
You carved a gun out of soap and wrapped it in tinfoil?
That's right.
Clever.
Wow, that's pretty crafty.
Why, thank
Clever
you, Miss
girl.
Leger. I thought so myself. Anyhow, soon as somebody comes in, I'll draw this and catch them off guard. You knock them out in the confusion, then we make our escape.
And you have confidence this will work?
These folk don't know firearms, they can't tell the difference.
But, what if...
Hello in there? I'm coming inside.
Well, ain't this fortuitous?
I would hold off on that plan real quick, Jake. She doesn't sound...
Greetings. I'm Nadine. I've come to...
Hands up!
Is that a fake gun?
Yes?
Okay.
Don't mind my friend here. Nadine, was it?
Yes, Nadine Redbird.
Harley Leger. Wait a minute. Weren't you Doc Sedgwick's apprentice?
That's right. You know him?
We spoke briefly, and he took care of Phil over there.
That's good. I do miss working with him.
Does that mean this is a medical call?
The chief sent me to make sure none of you were hurt. She
Okay.
also wants to speak with whoever's in charge of your group.
That would be me.
All due respect, sir, but after that little trick you just pulled, you're out of the running.
I'll go.
All right, come with me.
Oh, hey, it was worth a shot, Jake, but didn't quite work.
I bring you Miss Harley Leger. representing the captives.
Thank you, Nadine. You may return and tend to the others.
I will.
Enter and be welcome. You may call me Chief Lutzi. I am responsible for the people of this village.
Pleasure's all mine.
You have violated the borders of the Autumn Nation, duly established by recognized treaty with your government. Miss Legere, why are you here?
Yeah.
Captain Stokes is missing some troops, and we were helping in the search.
You serve Stokes. Curious. You do not dress like a soldier.
We have nothing to do with the fort.
Who are you then?
I'm a journalist for the Rosewater Post. My companions and I are researching Dr. Bennett Clark. We only came to Stokes to ask for help getting inside the abandoned laboratory on the other side of the valley. Thought maybe you could spare some dynamite or something. But first we had to ride with him to find First Lieutenant Mulberry and his missing men.
I see. What did he tell you of us?
Let's just say he didn't paint a very pretty picture.
Unsurprising.
Yeah.
Do you share his opinion?
Okay. Yeah, there
Not
you
at
go.
all. Stokes is just some windbag I met this morning. I'll make up my own mind.
That is good to know. The Autumn mean you no harm, Miss Legere. However, for months, the fort soldiers have routinely violated our orders and harassed our people. Just last night, a band of them came, led by this man, Mulberry. They attacked us in our fields and set fire to our crops.
Were there any casualties among your people?
No deaths, although a number were burned or wounded in the fight. As for Mulberry, we captured him. He is under guard in one of our empty storehouses. Stokes has turned our village into a prison, and now he is recruiting civilians to come after us. I fear this will not end until everything we have has been turned to ash. But I cannot allow that. Something must be done.
Let's see here.
You're right.
Yeah.
Can we help you in any way?
I believe so. And you can get what you're after as well.
I'm listening.
Our scouts have observed an army wagon making regular deliveries to the fort from Rosewater. It comes in the night, when few others are willing to travel, and always it arrives a day or two after the train stops in town.
Then that would be tonight? I just arrived on the latest train into Rosewater.
Yes, exactly. I cannot know for sure, but I believe this wagon carries supplies, along with weapons and munitions. The soldiers use these to strengthen themselves, then come and deprive us of what little we have. If you and your people were to obtain them, it would be to our mutual benefit. We would have a means of defense, you would have the tools to enter this laboratory, and Stokes would be deprived of his armaments.
You're proposing we raid a military supply wagon? That sounds awfully risky.
Yeah, it does.
Peaceableness has bought us no safety. In doing
Fair.
nothing, we risk extermination at the hands of these men.
Tonight, then, huh?
Tonight, or not at all. The cover of darkness will be to your advantage. Our scouts have also noted that only 2 men guard the wagon.
Guess I'd better
That
tell
is
the others.
piss
and get
poor
to
planning.
You are welcome to rest here in the meantime.
Thank you, Chief Lutzi.
May the Earthmaker guide you.
There's a saying, 7 P's. Prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
Everyone in good shape?
Mr. Luo has some minor bruising, but your friends are otherwise healthy.
Good to know. Hey, fellas, come on out here. We got some business to discuss.
I take it your meeting with the chief went well?
Let's go that way.
These are good people who can help us if we help them.
Help them? With what?
with Stokes and the fort. Turns out the reason Mulberry didn't come back is that he was taken prisoner while conducting an unprovoked raid on this village. A raid Stokes himself ordered.
What?
Army soldiers have been crossing into Otham territory and attacking them without justification.
It's true. I have treated many of the wounded myself.
Hijo de la... We cannot let this injustice stand.
That is troubling. But what
Mighty
can we
troubling.
do about it?
Chief Lutzi suggested we hit him where it hurts, the fort's supply chain. So we'll be carrying out our own raid on a delivery wagon.
And to think just yesterday you were having reservations about robbing folk. Reckon it's true what they say about the frontier changing people.
Ooh. You know what? Let's work
It may be stealing, but we're doing it to help the Otham.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Sometimes one must perform distasteful acts in service of a righteous cause.
The road to hell is paved with good
Listen up,
intentions.
because we've got some preparations to make. And the wagon will be coming through tonight, according to the chief. We can get the munitions Phil needs to get us into the lab, along with some weapons and supplies for the Otham.
The old 1-2 punch. I like it.
Only question is, what's the best approach?
I'm thinking we create a distraction. We get the wagon to stop, then you and I keep the driver occupied while Danny and Phil sneak the stuff out.
I prefer a more direct approach. You said the
Okay.
wagon was poorly guarded, eh?
Yeah.
We have enough fighters to overpower them. When they see they are outmatched, we should be able to take what we need without firing a shot.
Wouldn't it be better to do this without drawing any attention? You could set up a roadblock, then sneak out what you need while they investigate.
All good plans. Have you got anything, Danny?
No, but I think we should be careful. Something like this could so easily go wrong.
So, what's it going to be?
I like the sneaking approach with the roadblock.
Let's go with Nadine's suggestion.
I do think it's best if none of us are seen committing this act of banditry.
Agreed. This is a stealth job. Nadine and I will search the wagon. You boys hang back and take whatever we unload. Well, we better get ready. Let's hope this goes off without a hitch.
Hey! I got an achievement. Sneaky was the achievement, by the way.
What in tarnation? What's all this crap in the road? Oh, they don't pay me enough for this. Buford, get up here and help me.
We should hurry. I don't think we'll have long.
Okay.
Looks like it's full of apples.
Nope.
Judging from the smell, this is cornflower.
Okay. That's ammunition.
I think this one is rifle ammunition.
So we'll take that.
Let's get this out of here. Well, isn't this fancy?
You know what?
I don't know the combination.
Okay, worth a shot.
No indication of what's inside.
Pry or open?
Just a bunch of uniforms.
Okay.
This looks promising. Not while that crate's sitting on top of it.
We haven't much time left.
Alright.
Help me with this, would you, Nadine?
Just to get it out of the way.
Jackpot.
There's the dynamite.
And a good cache of firearms. These should serve the Otham well. There's also a letter.
What does it say?
It's a manifest.
Ooh.
Hang on. Here's the combination for that safe.
Whatever you do, be quick. We've taken too long already. We need to get moving.
Okay.
Wait, I want to check the safe before we go. I'll be damned.
What is it?
Bars of Aurum. Lots of them.
Odd. Why deliver these to the fort?
Yeah.
Good question. Too bad they're marked. We could have had a nice payday.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see these crates over here?
What about them?
They're all marked Rosewater.
Isn't this delivery coming from Rosewater?
Yeah, that's very odd. Right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I think Stokes is stealing from the town. Honestly.
You have come back to us. Did you obtain what you needed?
Yes, with this dynamite, getting into the lab will be quite easy.
Then I am glad the raid proved fruitful.
Chief Lutzi, I am curious. Now that you can arm your people, what is your plan?
I can certainly understand your curiosity, General Marquez.
You know me?
We are close enough to the new Spanish border to keep informed of current events. To answer your question, we will defend ourselves. Peace has not worked against those who wish to harm us, so we must answer them with force.
You strike me as a wise and capable leader, but allow me to offer one piece of advice. Do not underestimate your enemy. Nothing angers a tyrant like a show of resistance.
I appreciate it, General, but I believe we will overcome.
I truly hope you do.
We found something else. A safe filled with Aurum bars.
And you did not take any?
They were marked.
Traceable. We'd have no use for them.
Caramba. It's always something, isn't it?
The last thing we need is the Royals on us for stealing their Aurum.
The Royal Police? Nah, out here they'd send in the army. Or God forbid, the Blackburns.
The Union Busters?
Unions, heads, you name it.
The big question is, why send Aurum to the fort?
An intriguing line of inquiry, but I ain't sure the fort's dealings should concern us.
Perhaps not. But I am curious as well. Something unusual is happening here. Stokes was all too happy to aid our cause before my exile. Now he acts like a stranger. It cannot be a coincidence. I am going to charge my Lieutenant General with finding out more about these shipments.
Chasing more wagons full of Aurum?
Something like that. It is clear there will be no more aid from Stokes now, and I still have an army to outfit. Perhaps we will find something we can actually keep.
If money's what you're after, maybe you'd entertain the notion of joining our posse. That goes for you too, Miss Redbird.
What are you talking about?
I'll explain everything on the way back to the lab.
Okay.
Danny, you stay here and help unload the supplies. You can give Nadine the lowdown. Come meet us at the lab when you're done.
Will do.
I am sending one of our hunters to return Mulberry to the fort. He can show you the way back.
Much appreciated. Right, let's get a move on. You coming with us, Miss Legere?
Yeah, right. Someone's got to be sure you don't blow yourself sky high. And can it with the Miss Legere bunk? It's Harley.
Duly noted. Now let's get going.
Just one more thing before you go, Harley. You said you were a journalist, yes?
That's right.
Do you believe the townspeople would take an interest in our cause?
Some might. I can certainly tell my employer about the treatment you've received.
Please do. I have a statement I would like you to carry back. The Autumn are a peaceful people. We wish to be your good neighbors and friends. But if a Vespuccian soldier or any other person comes with violent intent to harm us, we will do what we must to protect our people.
Got it. Would you be willing to sit for an interview with someone from the post?
Gladly. My words are for all who will listen with open hearts.
All right.
Make sure your message is received.
Thank you.
Good. That happened just well enough. We are ready for a break, so I'll be right back, chat. Alrighty, chat. I have returned. I don't know what else I have, but I have returned. Oh, okay. That's a little fib. I do know what else I have. I have a little time left with you guys. About half hour, 20 minutes, half hour. We'll see that, or yeah, kind of go from there. I do have a poll up in chat. For where we're going to go with our raid. Choices are... Whoop, okay. Well, I'll get transitioned over since I killed the music. Alright. Drop you down. Okay. Grab that. That. Alright. There we go. Now we got some sound.
Thanks for showing us back, partner. We can take it from here. Well, would you look at that? Didn't think I'd be seeing old Jesse again. I'm keeping this arrowhead as a good luck charm. And who knows? Maybe some collector out there would be interested in acquiring the arrowhead that nearly wiped out Gentleman Jake.
Híjole. Is he always like this?
Just about. Alright. I'll take a look at the flag.
The flag Stokes was carrying.
Pity it's
Alright.
in such a sorry state.
Yeah.
I shouldn't leave this here.
There we
It's
go.
good to see someone who respects their country.
This is true. Alright. Let's head back this way. Not a whole lot to do.
You're quite certain you know what you're doing?
Just leave everything to me and stand far, far back.
Bam! In we can go. Alright, we'll investigate.
Impressive work there, Phil.
Gracias.
And an explosion will certainly liven up your article. Eh, Harley?
Yeah, well, you know. Take a look on the inside, even though we can go
I
in.
wonder if Dr. Clark boarded these up himself.
Okay, it's the same thing that we observed when we were here the first time.
Well, slap my behind and call me Betsy.
Not sure what I was expecting to find, but it wasn't this.
Yeah.
It's been completely ransacked.
Still, there's got to be some indication of where Clark took his money. Let's take a look around. But watch yourselves. No telling what any of these doohickeys might be capable of.
I can't see through. The window is too grimy.
Okay.
At least Dr. Clark practiced fire safety.
Yeah.
A wooden mannequin in a cage? I have so many questions.
Yeah.
Sure you want them answered?
I mean...
There's about 2 inches of dust. Empty. Not really surprising.
Yeah,
I
true.
can't make heads nor tails of this chicken scratch.
Okay. Take a look over here.
What in the ether is this thing?
I wouldn't get too close.
Looks like some type of cannon, and it's pointing right at the cage.
We'll take a look and then we'll inspect.
Some kind of console. Seems to connect to a few things.
Okay, so 9207.
One of the dials is missing. Just
Okay.
my luck.
2.
It It won't turn any further that way.
Okay. Alright. So we'll exit. We gotta find another...
Not much left. Some books and a broken device.
We'll see what's over on this side. Maybe our missing dial.
This Clark fellow was into some strange things, wasn't he?
He
I'm
was.
starting to understand why he chose to do his work out in the middle of nowhere.
This may have held something interesting once, but now it's just lodging for spiders.
We'll take a look here.
I get the impression this is what powers everything in here.
We just need to get it running again somehow.
Okay.
I bet the machine's guts are behind this panel. I can't remove it with my hands. I'll need a tool to unscrew it. Sinister, if you ask me.
Let's pull it.
No good. There's some power getting through, but it needs more.
Okay. We'll reach for
Way
it.
too high for me.
Want me to give you a boost?
Nah, I still couldn't reach. I'll think of something else. Guess we won't get to see what's up on the roof.
Just as well. I prefer to keep my feet on the ground.
Oh, Phil.
Anything interesting in there?
Not really. Probably why they were left behind.
I can't begin to fathom what these contraptions are for.
Nothing of use to us.
At the moment.
This is where all the cables wind up. Maybe this will help.
Nope.
Then again, maybe not.
It was worth a shot. Let's take a look at the door. Then we'll see if we can open it.
I can't really see through the porthole, but it looks dense in there. No handle. Must be some other way to open it.
Okay. Safety. We'll talk to Generalissimo.
Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Can you think of any way to get that box down?
I'm afraid reaching high things has never been my forte.
Okay.
Right. Carry on.
What you got? What you got, partner?
Can we talk?
What's on your mind? 'Cause you know I've been wondering about the Otham. What do you suppose will happen to them now that they're armed with guns?
They'll be able.
I don't know. But at least they have a fighting chance now.
If Stokes attacks and they successfully fend him off, then perhaps he will leave them alone. But it will certainly not happen without bloodshed.
Well, best of luck to him.
Any clever ideas to get to that confounded box?
Not too many, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Hang on, I've got an idea. Why don't you just shoot the box down?
Beg pardon?
Let's put that gunslinging know-how of yours to work.
I may be a showman, but I'm a performing monkey. It's as I said about those bottles. I never perform sharpshooting tricks without a crowd.
Crowd be damned. I want to see what's in the box.
You've proven yourself resourceful. I'm sure you can find a more practical way to get to that box that doesn't involve me wasting ammo.
I don't think he knows how to shoot.
I don't understand. You showed off your prowess with a gun before. Now all I'm hearing are excuses. Why so shifty all of a sudden?
All right, look. The truth is, I've gone a mite rusty. A couple of years ago, I could have done it with my eyes shut, but time ain't been kind to my hands.
So how did you pull off that juggling trick?
Danny's the one that shoots the ball from the wings. You want that box down so bad, ask him to help you when he gets back.
I might borrow that arrowhead for a spell.
By all means. Maybe it'll bring you some luck, too.
Okay.
This place sure is something, isn't it?
I admit, I never gave much credence to all that ethericity business, but seeing all them contraptions and appurtenances, let's just say it's given me a new appreciation for Clark's tenacity.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
All right. Okay. Inventory, arrowhead, select.
That won't fit there.
Hey, it was a thought.
I guess this measures etheric pressure, whatever that means.
Okay.
Must be what makes this thing go. Nothing happened. This console isn't getting any power.
Okay. And, you know, again, worth a shot. Alright. Let's see what we got back here. Take us out. Maybe Danny's back by now. Alright. Nope, okay. Nobody's there. Yet. We'll head back. Already gotten that.
Must take ages for any correspondence to get out here.
Probably beats having to hike into town, though.
Yeah, it's true. Back in we go. Okay.
Looks like it's connected to the door somehow.
And that wire runs to the console back there.
Won't do us any good if there's nothing power in this place, though.
This is true. This is true. This is true. Anything else I am missing? Got some weird atmospheric noises, I will say. Okay. We'll take a look real quick.
Looks like a toolbox. What's it doing all the way up there?
Hold on. Hold on.
That's not going to help me reach the box.
Oh, wait. Inventory.
Let's see if this works.
Hey!
That did it.
Alright.
Looks like something chewed through it.
Okay.
Looks a bit worse for wear. Just have to get it working.
Let me see.
There's a thought, but this is way too big.
Okay.
This wire needs patching up. That won't help.
Okay. I mean, nope.
This wire needs patching up.
Okay.
That won't help.
Let's see if I can clean. Nope. Okay.
I'm guessing this thing needs to hit full power before the machine turns on.
Okay. Because...
No good. There's some power getting through, but it needs more.
Alright. See if Jake's got any ideas.
What's on your mind?
Any idea how to start up that generator?
Afraid not. These doohickeys ain't quite my bailiwick.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
We'll talk generalissimo yet again.
Hey, Phil, let's talk.
What about?
Clark's lab is really quite something, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, something unnatural. Something perverse.
Yeah,
what
you know.
possessed him to undertake this research is beyond me.
Any idea how to start up the generator?
Cloth can sometimes be used to wrap damaged wires for a temporary repair. As for the dirty one, a solvent like acid or alcohol is good for removing corrosion.
Okay. Well,
Right. Carry on.
we'll talk again.
I get the impression this is what powers everything.
Yeah.
We just need to get it running again somehow.
Inspect. Alright.
I hope this isn't considered treason.
Alright.
That should do it.
Alright. Oop, there we go.
No good. There's some
Okay.
power getting through, but it needs more.
Alright.
That muck's too solidified to wipe off.
Okay. So I need to find something that'll work. Like alcohol. Maybe if we have some sarsaparilla. Alright, we'll see if there's anything in there.
Dr. Clark really liked his sarsaparilla.
Alright, let's see if we can head back into town. That way's to town. I do believe. Oh, let's go here, see what we got. Ah! Well, hey.
Dios mío, what is this abomination?
Howdy, folks. Interested in learning about Coltit's miracle elixir?
Of course we are, little lady.
Then step on over here.
Take a look.
Some of these bottles are starting to collect dust. Special offer. Limited time only. 1 bottle for 5 crowns.
Oh, okay.
Boy, oh boy, I sure wish I was you.
Beg pardon?
Why, today's your lucky day.
Is that right?
Yes, sirree. You're just in time to experience the travesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir.
The what now?
Oh, dang. I mean, the majesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir. My name is Olivia Coltit, and I'm here to answer all your questions about this evolutionary new medication.
See here.
Fine, I'll bite. Tell me about this miracle elixir.
Glad you asked. From the maker of the wildly popular Coltit's emulsified soporific comes Coltit's miracle elixir, the finest, most elective tonic in Vespuccia, guaranteed to treat and cure all illnesses from arthritis to yellow fever. And for a special limited time, we're selling it for the treasonable price of just 5 crowns.
Treasonable. Here we go. Yeah, first
Sounds
let's...
pretty miraculous, all right. What's in this elixir, anyway?
Oh, I don't know. Daddy's the one who makes it. Oh, but I know he gets his secret ingredient from some lady named Ethel. He always talks about her when he makes a new batch.
Okay.
5 crowns seems a bit pricey. How about I give you 2 instead?
Sorry, ma'am. Daddy told me not to hackle.
Fine.
All right, give me a bottle.
Yay! Thanks, ma'am.
Okay.
How about your friends? Want 2 more for them?
We'll share.
Oh, okay. If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Huh.
And if we're gone by then, well, best of luck to you.
You wouldn't happen to be related to a kid in Rosewater named Jem, would you?
No, ma'am. Far as I know, I'm a lonely child.
Why are you parked in the middle of the desert when there's a town full of potential customers not 2 miles from here?
Oh, I'm just minding the wagon while my daddy's doing his business at the fort. But he told me to stay out here and detract anybody who might come by.
And has anyone else come by?
Oh, sure. Tons of folk. Only one who didn't stop was a feller on horseback. Too bad, 'cause the guy he was hauling looked like he could have used some elixir.
Say, do you know anything about that lab over there?
No, but I did hear a big boom coming from that way. What you're doing?
No.
Oh, come on. You could tell me. I'm no tattler.
I said no. Now stop asking.
Fine, jeez.
I think I've heard enough for now. We'll just be going.
It was a real pressure.
Alright. So, let's head back to the lab. Now that I can clean that next one. I like how they, made this little country's flag, have a Union Jack on it. That's kind of fun. All right. Inspection. All right. Inventory.
I'd prefer to keep the cloth dry.
Okay.
Let's put some of this elixir to good use.
Whew. Guess I didn't need it after all. Everything's roaring to life.
Hot damn.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Looks like Phil managed to get the door open.
I wonder if they found anything inside.
I'd say so.
We are up and running.
Impressive. This technology is amazing. What did this Clark fellow intend to do with such power?
That's
a good question. I wonder about that myself.
Nice job getting the lights back on.
Get everything squared with the Otham?
I think so.
They're adequately supplied. They should be well off for some time.
Well, I suppose we should see about...
Hello? Is someone in here?
Damn. Looks like we've attracted some attention.
I come in peace. Please, make yourself known.
Guess we don't have much choice.
Hail! Goodness, I wasn't expecting so many of you.
And we weren't expecting anybody at all.
Alright.
And just who might you be?
I am Paul Burkhart, emissary of the Luminarians.
The what?
Okay.
We are disciples of Dr. Clark, protectors of his artifacts and legacy.
No kidding. So you must know all about him then.
Quite so.
Well, isn't this our lucky day? Can you tell us what you know about him?
If you seek enlightenment, we will be glad to share our wisdom with you. But let us all
All
return
right.
to the commune. We must not further defile the sanctity of this place. Come, I am eager to learn about you all.
Okay.
Welcome to Chrysalis, friends. Feel free to
Rostrum
explore,
Kitchen.
converse with the residents. You'll find we have much to offer. We'll speak again soon.
What an accommodating fella.
This is all very strange.
It is indeed.
Might be into this porqueria, but I want no part of it. I am going back to the lab.
Suit yourself. All right,
Alright.
let's see what we can learn about where Clark's stash might be. But let's not overplay our hand, shall we? If anybody asks, our interest is purely academic.
I'm really not a good liar, Mr. Ackerman.
Shoot, nobody's asking you to lie, sugar. Just withhold certain details.
Or, you know, keep your mouth
We're
shut.
interested in learning about Clark. That's all there is to it. Come on, Danny. Let's see where our friend's gone off to.
I know lying doesn't come natural to some. For others, it's like breathing. Don't take this amiss, but if you'd like some pointers, sometimes it's good to be able to keep certain things to yourself you don't want everybody and his uncle to know.
Oh. All right.
All right. So yeah, you know what?
Make sure you don't break eye contact. Shifty eyes are a telltale sign of dishonest intent.
You
Thank
seem
you,
to have a lot of
Surrey
experience in these matters.
Look, everybody lies. That's just the way it is.
I don't.
Really? Not even the tiniest little fib?
Dishonesty is disrespect. For others, for God, for oneself.
That's, quite the aphorism.
Your advice is appreciated. I'll just see what I can find out on my own.
Fair enough. Okay. I've got an autosave. Well, I think I will take this time to do a full save. Save game. Alright. We'll call it play 1. Alright. And then... yeah, so let me actually, real quick, before I fully do this, get that set up. Alright. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and wrap it up there. Let me get that going. Pop the music back up. Let's actually go with this one. Move that up. Come on. There you go. Okay. There we go. All right. So yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out today. Greatly appreciate that, especially when I'm playing, you know, a new game that I get a key for. I like, you know, it you know, kind of probably helps me out, you know, with trying to get future games and such. But yeah, so let's do a quick rundown of what all happened today. Callie came in with that raid. I greatly appreciate that, Callie. I know you've been lurking most of the time, so greatly appreciate that. I do a lot of lurks in your streams, even if I don't say anything. So, but just know that I'm there at some point. And Flippy, thank you for the follow. Didn't want to call you out because, you know, my anonymous follows and such, and apparently there's something up with the Twitch API where it's not giving the bots that say, hey, you know, this event happens. So I noticed that watching streams earlier today. And Shadow, also thank you for that follow. We're actually at 220. My goal after I hit 200 was to go up by 25, so we're 5 away from that next goal, which is pretty good. So, for the poll, I do believe that... Manage poll, view results. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go to Blueprints, and that means we're gonna go see Shar. So let me get that going. Alright. And... Let's see how far I gotta scroll down to get to her. There we go. Alright. So... What I'm gonna say... yeah, I'll go ahead and get the raid messages going. For any followers, there's your raid message. Polarity, if you want to grab that one, because I think you're my only sub at the moment. There's that. And then where we're heading in case you get lost. Yeah, okay. Is right there.
Jump scare.
Sharvan is a... Well, yeah, we'll say that. So, but let me get this raid kicked off. Yeah, we're gonna go watch. We're gonna go see Blueprints. Char's doing that. So, but yeah, again, everybody, I greatly appreciate all the lurks, the laughs, and the chats. I will catch you guys probably. I know the schedule says Saturday, but I might do a cheeky Friday stream. We'll see. Depends on what all I can get done throughout the day. But yeah. So I will catch you guys next time. Hope to see, my next stream, your next stream. Anybody we both follow's next stream, whatever it happens to be. So, but yeah. Until then, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Above all, take care, be chaotic good, and you almost got it, Polarity. You almost got it. I don't know why on mobile it puts all the emotes together without the spaces. It's something that just happened recently too. But anyways, yes. Oh, and while I'm thinking of it, for whoever needs to hear this, you are valid, you are seen, you are loved, okay? But yeah, I will catch you guys later. So until next time, take care, be chaotic good.